It's a new year, y'all. And for me, I've never been one to do resolutions. I do solutions. And for the past almost 2 years, I've been drinking AG1 every single day, thanks to my brother, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who turned me on to this incredible product. Every day, every morning, no exceptions. Just one scoop and a glass of water. They also make packs that you can travel with. That's been very, very helpful for me as a active touring person. Having these packets with me all around the world has been really, really helpful. So if you're a musician or somebody that is always on the go, the travel packs are incredible. AG1 delivers my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, and pre and probiotics. It's very powerful, it's very healthy, and it's really simple, man. Healthy aging shouldn't feel complicated. The thought of taking multiple supplements and all these types of vitamins and stuff and powders, it's truly exhausting for me. I've never been one to take a lot of multivitamins anyway throughout my whole life. I always prided myself in just eating vegetables and eating all the stuff I need naturally, not in a pill form. So this is incredible. It covers my nutrient gaps. It supports my mental and physical health. AG1 is hassle-free, 60 seconds every morning. It's the high-quality ingredients of pre and probiotics, adaptogens and antioxidants, and whole food sourced nutrients. I drink it every single day. Every batch of AG1s goes through rigorous testing processes, and their ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrient density. If there's one product I can suggest you guys, is the AG1s, man. This has been a life changer for me. So go to ag1.com/OLLC and you can get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. With AG1, I know I'm getting essential brain, gut, and immune health support, vitamins, probiotics, and nutrients for the day, and it's helped my mental and physical. So if there's one thing I can recommend to you guys, it's AG1s. It's my nutritional insurance. I pride myself as almost being 54 years old, not going to the doctor all the time. Knock on wood. I've been healthy my whole life and try to strive to be a healthy person, stay young, stay full of energy, and still do the things I love that I did as a kid. That's why I still skateboard, play music, exercise. So start the year off right. AG1, ag1.com/OLLC. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. If you want to just get Liquid Death water, go to amazon.com. But for the merchandise and other cool items, exclusive items, go to liquiddeath.com/Toby and get free shipping. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst. Stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives. Okay, welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. We're back on this podcast. We're here with Lizzie Armanto. Lizzie, you are a freaking G. I feel like I owe you gas money. This is the third time you've been to my house, dude.
I'm just doing laps.
Thank you so much. For the listeners, what happened was, this happened to me 3 times. Amanda Mackay, Mike Gallo, and now Lizzie Armanto. Somehow, when I save the podcast and I resave them, I don't save them under your name, and somehow they get lost and they go to a template, which is the one I tape over all the time. So yours must get taped over. It doesn't matter. We did a part 2. It's great. We're back for the part 1 again. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this is fun. I've got to know you so well. Just these 3 podcasts. We did 3 podcasts and none of them came out yet.
True. We also went skating. We went to the vert ramp.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
I want to go back.
But I haven't been back since I slammed in December. I came back and watched you. That was the last time I went there.
Let's go back at the end of the month if it's possible.
Yeah, when I get back from tour, I think, when I'm not.
That's because you're leaving.
That's my thing. I just want to make sure I get through the tour without any kind of injuries before I go, you know?
Okay. If you see me back there, I'm sorry that you're not there.
Are you gonna go
maybe I'll hit up Dane or something.
You're going to go there without me?
I really want to film a trick there.
The one you tried that day?
Yeah, I think I can do it. I just I was tired. And like I said, I remember I told you, I was like, I'm going to go skate, but I'm not feeling 100%.
Yeah. Have you tried that trick since then anywhere else?
Yeah, I tried it a few times, but not actually, there was one time where I was really trying it on my ramp, but it didn't work out. It's scary. I don't know.
Is your ramp still there?
My ramp's still there.
How much
You have
longer?
to come skate my ramp.
I know. How much longer till it goes away?
There's a second.
There's a what?
We have a second.
Okay. You keeping it longer than you thought you were going to keep it?
Well, I mean, I'm going to film stuff on it this year, and then I'll see about figuring out its demise.
Yeah. You've been traveling a lot too since I saw you last.
Yeah, I've just been jumping around. I went to New York.
Yeah,
and then
that was a quick trip.
Yeah, it was quick. I went to Florida to like film, and then after that went straight to New York. Was there for a second, got to visit my brother, Max. That's cool. Oh, that's also awesome. Another Max.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
the one you started skating with originally. Yes. Yeah.
And then came home, and then went to Europe and was over in Germany, Italy, Belgium.
What were we doing in Europe? Just skating out there at contests or no, just chilling?
Van stuff, visiting stores and like doing that kind of stuff. And then it ended with my husband, Axel. He has like a new colorway. And so we did a release party at his home skate park. And seriously, cool. Like the whole of Belgium showed up. It was sick. That's
amazing. It's like a hometown kind of like thing.
Yeah. They like sold out of his shoe. There's like people that came from like all over. And I think it was also like it really helped. Like Steve Van Doren was there, and he brought the legends, and like those guys, like some of them hadn't been there since like the 90s.
That's when I saw you, Christian Asoy.
Yeah, I was with Christian Asoy, Jeff Rowley, and Ray Barbie.
That's amazing, man.
Ray was like, "Yeah, I haven't been here since like the 90s," and I was like, "That's crazy."
That's cool. So his whole family came out, and everybody came and celebrated.
Yeah, Axel's family was there.
Cool.
His niece was like trying to pull him off the signing line. She's like, "Let's go.
He's like, "I'm working. I'm here. I'm signing stuff." Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute. She's like 2, so
that's amazing.
She can do that.
You like it out there, right?
Yeah, it's great.
And I'm gonna go back there and play. Oh yeah, I'm playing there in a couple weeks, Belgium. That's right.
Yeah, you gotta go eat fries, waffles, and chocolate.
I know. I should find out if I should go to that spot. I wonder where in Belgium I'm playing. I gotta find out where I'm playing at. So basically we lost the first part 1, which is the story of your life, which we don't have to go all crazy into, because I think on the part 2 we talked about a bunch of stuff that we talked about kind of in the beginning, but obviously we know that you were born in you grew up in Santa Monica with your brother and got into skating super young, all that stuff. Like started skating like 2007 basically.
Yeah. Right? I got into skating kind of late though. I was 14, which like I feel like anyone now who's seems pro, too old, right? Yeah. I mean, like most of the people that I'm like hanging out with, they were like have been skating since they could walk. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, there's people that are younger than that in contests now, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. So you just started getting into the street skating and mostly the bowls, right? Nothing. Why not street, you think?
Just because I started going to the skate park because my mom signed it, or like my brother wanted to go. My mom signed us up, and it was like, there was someone that supervised it, and it was like basically daycare. Yeah. And
it's a cool daycare.
It was. And it was nice because I didn't have to like fully babysit my brother. Yeah. And my home park is mostly transition. Like it has a faux street course, but like if you're a hardcore street skater, you're bummed.
You are?
I mean, it's not. I mean, you can skate there, but if you want to really skate street, you're just going to go to the streets.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so most street skaters don't really skate parks really then?
I think they do. Like, I feel, okay, like my husband is a street skater. Yes. He's a pro street skater, and he goes to parks and like warms up or tries tricks. So yeah, that's where they start their day, and then they go out to the streets.
Is there more competitions with street than there is vert these days?
Also, growing up, he like skated a park.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like he just learned everything in the streets.
Yeah. And streets are probably different in Belgium too, growing up, than out here probably.
Yeah, it's totally like here it's concrete and like there's like all the little lines in the sidewalk, whereas there, depending on where you are, it could be like stones or like, I don't know.
That's right, cobblestones. That's right, the roads.
Yeah, it's so different.
Dang. Do you remember your first trick that you learned on vert or in a bowl or something or anything or no?
Like a drop-in? I mean
after the drop-in, it's like everything's... Like, was there a certain tricks you were just going for, like, when you first started doing it?
I mean, I was just, like, I was doing the basics. I was doing, like, 50-50s, frontside airs, backside airs. It took me so long to learn leg grabs, and I remember trying so hard to figure it out. And I was friends with, like, Alicia Brigado and, like, Evan Burl, which is Elijah Burl's younger brother. And Evan's, Elijah is he's my teammate on Vans. Okay. That's cool. Fellow Santa Monica person.
That's awesome.
And I just remember they would do backside airs late grab, and it was so cool. But if you do them early grab, it's just like the jump from just grabbing a millisecond later is like so scary.
It is. So it's basically like you're kind of popping an ollie off the coping and then grabbing?
Yeah. Or bonking.
Bonking. Okay.
Either one.
Yeah. For the listeners, like if there's no vert, growing up, we would have to grab the board before we hit the coping, then pull off early. You pull out so you can land it without touching the coping. But when it's vert, you pop off the coping, then you grab. Yeah, it looks so cool like that. How about dudes that like really fly super high off the coping, then grab so late? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all of it's just late grab. It's either early or late grab. And I used to say, like, I remember I was like, yeah, I like them in the middle. I'm like on time grab. Like the second that I hit the coping, I grab.
Yeah.
But I couldn't like wait later where I was still like going down to my board to like go like do an air.
Oh yeah.
But anytime
you
you go down to your board, you just anti-pump. You like lose speed. And so you're not getting you're not getting to your full potential.
What about dropping in straight to an air off the other side? Is that like the best way to get a high air usually, instead of like just doing tricks and then, you know what I'm saying, you drop in and then do like a backside air?
It just depends on what you're skating and like, I don't know, your personal preference. I feel like skating is one of those things that you can think something is really easy and then I could think that's really hard.
Yeah.
And it's just a mental thing.
Totally.
Like when I think about some people, they love they're like, oh yeah, I learned frontside rocks before I learned backside rock and rolls. And I'm just like,
that's crazy to me.
You're like on a frontside rock and roll, you're blind, but in a way, frontside, like, I don't know, it is different, but you're just like, you can see everything.
Yeah, that's true.
On the other side, I don't know. It's just tomato.
Frontside rocks are the best, man.
They
look the sickest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even just like
you're all twisted up in it, and then you just have to like, I don't know, fully turn around to get back in there. Even
just learning like the axle stall, it's called, when both trucks go up. Just like to do a trick, you go back, axle stall, then go back in. Even learning that was so cool. That's just like a whole other. I mean,
I feel like with skating, you can start like once you start, like the barrier to having fun is like really low. Like you don't have to do really technical tricks to have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like once you learn different tricks, like each trick feels different. So it's like a different feeling, and
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So you were skating when you were in school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how was it? Were you skating to school and stuff too, or no?
Oh yeah, so one of my first paying sponsor was Penny.
The Penny skateboards?
Boards.
Wow.
Yeah, the plastic ones. And I remember I would take a penny board to school because it could fit in a locker, or it was just like easier to carry.
Yeah.
And I would my high school was mostly flat, but there was one hill, and I would just like find the one street where it was like the mellowest or like quickest.
Yeah.
And then just like, I don't know, get to school in 10 minutes.
Damn. Were there other skaters at school?
There was.
Yeah. Other girl skaters too?
No, I think there's probably people that could push around, but I was like the only like girl skater that like really skated.
And what grade were you in then?
I was in high school, so
high school, yeah,
like
yeah.
9th through 12th.
Were you a good student?
I was okay.
School
wasn't my
grades
thing.
And stuff, or no?
It was decent. I don't know. I feel like I was like on and off. Like I was always like average, but I just like didn't get the point of school. I was like, this isn't like that great. And
were your parents strict about grades and stuff like that, or no?
I mean, I thought they were, but no.
No?
They wanted me to do good, but I don't know. I just was like, I'm trying.
Well, you were passing though, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in high school, I did take like AP US history, and I remember taking like AP Psych. Like, so towards the end, I like was like, oh, I like these things, I think, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah. I tried to take AP Chem, and I was just like, not. I feel like the teacher, whoever's teaching is a huge part of your learning experience. 100%. And if you don't like the teacher, it was just like, no, I don't know, for me, I just like had to skip the AP class because it was the teacher was the problem.
Yeah.
It could be me. Now, in retrospect, it could have been me, but I just didn't like their style.
But did you want to go to college too?
I mean, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, yeah, I guess my plan at the time was I'm probably just going to go to community college and then figure out what I want to do, and then probably transfer into a real college.
Yeah.
Into a more official college, not a real college.
Well, you
community college is absolutely a real college.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's college. College is college.
I really just wanted to do all the like extracurriculars at school.
Yeah.
Like,
did you do sports or anything like that, or no?
I did weightlifting.
No way. What? No way.
I wasn't getting
so
buff
random.
or anything, but it was just like I liked the teacher.
That's
and
cool.
Okay.
You like the teacher? Yeah.
Wait, so in 9th grade, I went to school and I didn't have any math class in my schedule, and I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not gonna mention it because I don't like math that much." And it ended up being the next year when I was like trying to figure out my classes. They're like, "Oh, you either have to take summer school, otherwise you're going to like 9th grade math in 10th grade."
Wow.
And so I was like, "Oh, well, I'll just do summer school," and I did it. And my best friend was in it too, and so we just like had so much fun. And the wrestling coach was like the teacher for the math class.
Oh wow.
And so when I like next year I was like, oh yeah, like if I can I'll just take a class with him. And he did weightlifting, and so I was like, oh, I'll do weightlifting.
That's a crazy class. I didn't think they exist. He's doing weights in there. Like, what is it? Like just training?
I guess I don't.
That's
okay, honestly,
interesting.
I like don't even remember that experience, but I was there.
Yeah. You passed it?
Yeah.
Were you working jobs too in school or no?
No, I never had a real job.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that before.
It's crazy.
That's so crazy. Because you started skating and getting sponsors and stuff. Yeah. Doing contests.
Now I'm self-employed and I work all the time.
I know. But it's pretty cool though that just went right into skateboarding.
Yeah, I'm so fortunate. I hope it'll be like that forever.
It's great. And so like so that was your first sponsor was Penny Boards, right?
Yep.
And then you started doing contests once you got out of school. Once you graduated, we started doing it seriously?
Well, okay. I started doing contests like 2 years after I started skating.
Yeah.
And once I did my first contest, I was like, oh, this is for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I started traveling. And I remember I used to have to like write out a budget to go to an event and like do like airfare, lodging, like if a rental car was needed.
All that.
Yeah. Like I would prep it all out and my mom would just have to like sign it off essentially.
Did they give you like meals and stuff? Like PDs, like buyouts and stuff? Did you get food? Did they pay for your food or no?
No, this is my mom. I would make...
No, I'm saying when you go to contests, don't they supply food and stuff? You have to pay for everything, huh?
You have to pay for everything.
Dang.
And if there is a prize purse, maybe that will like help some of the money you spent
pay it
to
back.
get there.
Yeah.
And essentially, once I started making a little bit of money, I would just like use that money to get to the next event.
Invest back in yourself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then in high school, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I was just like competing all throughout high school. And then in college, I started doing community college. And then I had got on Birdhouse and Tony was like, yeah, you should film a part. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And I instantly got hurt. Like first time I was going to go film for it.
Wow. And
I tore my PCL and I couldn't skate for like months. And brutal. I was just going to PT and I basically decided like if I don't focus on skating right now, like it's not going to work later. Yeah. Like I was like, if I go to school and like have a plan, I'm not going to put that on pause to like pursue skating for a minute. I need to pursue it now, know that door is closed and then go. Yeah. So luckily it worked out. My parents like were not into that idea either because like they're like, you can't even skate right now. And I was just, I knew what I want.
Crazy timing too. Like how does that happen with Birdhouse? Like who were you sponsored by before that? Did you have a main sponsor? So my first sponsor, non-paying sponsor, but first sponsor was Santa Monica Airlines. Oh wow! And that's like a heritage skateboard 100%, brand. 100%, yeah. And yeah, they were awesome. That was a non-paying one. Yeah, but they gave me boards and that was enough. Yeah. Like skateboards, they cost a lot. They do. They cost even more now. It's crazy. How much is like a deck now? Like $60 or more? I think it's like 75, 80. Oh my God. They were like $30 back in the day, I think. But the thing is, I think, okay, on the flip side of it, internally, I don't think in like the industry like the people that own companies, like it's not like a booming business. It's not. Like they're just like floating. I heard it was during the pandemic though. Yeah, but no one could have predicted the pandemic and have like an unlimited supply of skateboards. No, it's true. It's totally true. Dang. All right, so that's so Birdhouse is a big deal though when that comes along. Yeah, and that's paying and that's everything. Eventually. But you had your own board before that, didn't you? No, I didn't. That was your first board with Birdhouse? Yeah. Wow. Okay, and what brands were you skating before that? I would just go into the shop and pick whatever graphic looked cute. That's and then amazing. Leave. That's it. Yeah. I was like in and out of there just because it was like weird. So I don't know. Like it was cool, but I just like... You picked the cutest one. That's crazy. I don't know. It's like a clubhouse going into a skate shop. It is. It's like it's like all pretty much all just like all dudes too, right?
Yeah. I mean, they were all nice to me, but it just didn't feel like a place I was like could just like hang out. Whereas I feel like now that I have a lot of friends in skating, like they're like, yeah, we used to like always be at the skate shop, and I was
Always
just like,
hanging out. Yeah.
I only went there if I had to.
And it didn't matter what brand it was as long as it was cute.
Yep.
It was the size board you wanted.
I don't even know if I paid attention to size back then. It was just like dumb luck.
And paying for everything, your Vans too, your love for like high top Vans, all that. That was like your dang. And so when the birdhouse come, that kind of puts you into a different stratosphere, I guess, as far as your career.
Like when I first got on, it was like a big deal to me just because like it was like to me, I saw it as a core brand.
Yeah. And it's Tony Hawk, which is cool.
Yeah, and it's Tony's company.
Yeah.
And for me, when I was looking at the brands that were around, most of them were like focused on street skating, whereas I felt like Birdhouse had like a mix.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, if we go on trips, like we're going to skate some transition, so it should work out.
And Tony skates it too, obviously, so yeah.
Yeah, and also like when I talked to Tony, he was like, yeah, I want to put you on the team and like have you be a part of it and not just like flow, which is great.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And eventually we like did a video, and then I feel like after that there was like this thing where like every board brand wanted to put a woman on, which is sick.
Wow.
And it was
It wasn't like that really
I
before.
don't know, it just was like the first domino, I feel like.
Yeah.
To like women skating growing.
So you were the first woman on the Birdhouse?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And the first woman on not the first woman on Thrasher, but there was one.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't. Okay, I was I think I'm the first woman to get a pro board on Birdhouse.
Okay.
But there was other, like Lindsay Adams Hawkins was on Birdhouse before me.
Yeah, and then when you start skating for that, does everything kind of open up for you once you're on Birdhouse? You have your own board and everything. You start going to contests and just it becomes full time kind of thing. It becomes becomes more of a career at that point, or no?
No, not even. I feel like. Okay, so I had a board sponsor, and we'd like, I was filming a part. We started going on trips to film for this video. Yeah. I didn't turn pro. Okay, so I got on Birdhouse like 2013-ish, and then I didn't go pro till like 2017.
Oh, wow.
So there's like 4 years.
Oh, yeah, so you don't go pro just because you... Okay, yeah.
And essentially, you're like working on video parts and like...
Super important.
Building...
That's your resume.
Yeah. Just like working on different things and building... I don't know what you're building.
It's
building
a name
representation.
For kind of branding Yeah. A resume.
Yeah.
And you're like building your brand, you're branding yourself almost. This is me, like you're putting like a whole thing together. Like this is kind of like...
At the time, you're like, I'm just skating.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Of course, but they use that for everything, right? To like see what you're up to, new tricks, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. And so I was like doing the video. I was like working on video parts and then skating. Eventually got the board. I feel like for me, but
also winning a lot of contests too, and starting then too.
Yeah, I feel like so from 2009 is like when I really started skating contests. 2010, I think I like won most of the contests I entered, and from then on,
all that stuff.
I think the next big moment for me was in 2013. I competed in X Games, and it was the first women's park event, and I won
silver.
And then they had gone I think they just like went so big with that tour that the next year they were like had no money, and they just cut the tour in like by a quarter or something. And so all that, the things they added got taken out, which included our event. And it wasn't until like 2016 that they added park in again. Wow. And I think that was due to Monster. I feel like they advocated for it to be back.
Oh, to bring it back.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it never happened till after. That's amazing. That was the first time doing an all-women skate park. That's cool. It's crazy. And then the Van Dorian, obviously that, and then...
Yeah, the Van Doren Invitational was
like... It's a big deal.
They hosted the U.S. Open, and so they would do a contest there and just do a bowl on the beach. And basically that was the precursor to the Vans Park Series, which is the precursor to the Olympics.
Whoa, okay.
So...
That's crazy.
I don't know. I've just been in these contests for so long, and like eventually I made it through where I went to the Olympics this past go.
Yeah. When you went to the Olympics, we'll get back. Well, obviously Olympics it was in the bubble too, right?
Yeah, it was during COVID. So it was like, it was supposed to be during 2020, but then the whole shutdown happened.
Yep.
And so they did it in 2021, but it was so restricted. Like only athletes could go and there was no public. So you went into like the biggest contest of your life, but there was no crowd. It was all just online.
Wow, man.
And it was also like blistering hot in Japan. Like I've never skated in that type of heat.
Was it like August or something?
Yeah, it was the summer.
Yeah, it's
and
brutal there in the summer. Brutal.
We literally had ice vests. And there was no shade on the course. Like it was insane.
Wow.
I just remember I felt like I was getting cooked.
But like,
and
but during the Olympics, it's crazy.
My Axel, he competed too.
Okay.
But we totally missed each other because he was at the street event like 2 weeks prior or like a week prior. And he was skating and it was so hot. He got like sunstroke and was like throwing up before the event and then just like slept a tiny bit and then skated.
And so he couldn't even stay there and support you because of the pandemic. So it's like, it's so not. How long?
It was a bummer, but then it worked out for our dog because like the day he came back was like the day I left.
Okay, yeah, perfect. How long were you out there for the Olympics?
I think it was like a week or something.
Japan's amazing, like that jet lag, all that stuff, just getting used to everything, and plus
it's so
summer.
Rough.
I know, but it's Olympics. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was an experience. Like I'm stoked I went. And
you represent Finland out there too, right?
Yeah. So instead of I have sorry.
Dual citizenship.
Yeah, I have dual citizenship because my dad is from Finland, but obviously I grew up here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And it's been so cool because I feel like when I did that, I like learned so much about like my heritage and just getting closer to that side.
Is there a big skateboarding scene in Finland?
Yeah, the skate scene is so sick out there. Like there's some famous skaters from there. Arto Sari's from there.
Okay.
And there's some other guys coming up too. And
they have stoked?
People were stoked.
When you did that, yeah.
I was definitely a little nervous just because like I didn't know if their culture would accept me. But yeah, they
That's
were
your
really
roots though, yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. And I feel like they've been so supportive. Finland, actually, I used my budget for like that I got from them to make my vert ramp.
Oh,
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was pretty sick.
That's amazing.
And
because you did that, you made room for somebody else to go Olympics, right?
Yeah. So
for the
because of the quota system,
that's cool.
For the Olympics, only 3 per country can go, and then the next people behind in like just get dropped.
Yeah.
So imagine like, there's like I would say the main talent from skating is like Japan, US, and Brazil.
Yes.
And so whoever's like 4th best in each of those places gets dropped. And they could be literally the 4th best person in the world.
Dang.
So like not everyone is going to make it. And just by going through for Finland, one more person from the US could go.
That's so cool.
At the time I would have been like the highest ranked US person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was really stoked with my decision because it was, I don't know, like in the end, the best skating was shown.
Yeah. And
like I got to be closer to my heritage and I don't know, we all had a blast.
And the person that got in, did you know the person that got to go?
Yeah.
Was it a friend of yours?
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's almost like you took him for the team.
The women's skate scene is so tight.
Yeah.
Like you kind of just, everybody.
Yeah. So obviously training for that, I kind of read some interviews with you too recently. Like you just trained like you go into a regular contest. You didn't care if it was Olympics. It was just another thing for you.
Yeah.
You didn't get in your head about it.
I mean, I've been I grew up skating contests.
Yeah.
It's been like I said, my first contest was like in 2019. So it's like been over 10 years of skating events.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just another event. Like
it's just like a contest in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you put no pressure on yourself for nothing.
I mean, there's definitely pressure. I feel like there's like so many more interviews and like
all press stuff.
People like I feel like anyone I talk to, especially outside of skating, they understand like what the Olympics are. Yeah. Like I've been in skating doing cool stuff for like longer than just like the Olympics.
Totally.
But now all of a sudden, because the Olympics are around, people are like, oh, so you're in the Olympics, you're like working towards that. They
I've been around
have
for
so
a while.
many questions.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. But a lot of people put expectation on you, which I don't know, is on each person to like decide if you like take it in or not. But it's kind of crazy.
It's cool.
Or it's intense.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that your mom grew up skating, and obviously you got into skating with your brother, and then just your mom, how supportive she is of you. Like, she's like your number one fan. It's super cool.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Just like that bond you guys have.
Yeah.
I thought she was just in the video I watched, I think, that you had out. She's in the beginning of it or something. Your mom's in there.
Yeah, I just did a Vans, what's it called? We just did a campaign for International Women's Day.
Yes.
And I had her be a part of it because obviously she raised me and I'm very inspired by my mom.
Cool.
And she actually, growing up, she like listened to so much cool music.
What kind of stuff? She played in the house and stuff too?
She was all over the place. Like, I remember she would play like, she would play punk. She'd play new wave. She would play like pop music. She would also play reggae. She would.
It's cool.
I can't think of anything. Okay, I don't think she's ever played classical, but she'd play like jazz.
Yeah, that's cool. Just like top 40 pop music too?
Yeah.
Hip hop too or no?
Yeah. Also, like, I remember she like had a MP3 player, and I thought that was so sick, and she would like burn the discs, and then eventually she got she got me a CD player, and then I remember on the computer you could like go and burn CDs, and so we'd burn CDs to put in our car.
It's awesome. So always playing music. Was your mom into music, like musician or anything, or no?
Yeah, so I think she used to DJ when she was younger, and then eventually she started working for a sound studio or like a recording studio.
That's cool.
And that's how she jumped into the current job she's in, when she builds audio video broadcast studios.
That's awesome.
She like works over at what's it called? Prospect Studios in Los Feliz.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about your brother? What's he doing now?
So my brother helps manage a musician.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over in New York.
Oh, that's cool. He lives in New York? That's right.
Yeah.
I saw him out there.
But he's doing really good.
What kind of musician?
I don't know the genre.
Okay. Does he still skate?
My brother, he can skate, but he doesn't still skate.
Yeah.
Like, not like he's not going to go to the park and skate. He can skate to like get to a place.
He's probably super stoked for you too as well.
Yeah.
Because you guys grew up skating together.
We're close.
Is he more of a street skater than he is a vert skater?
Absolutely. Although there was a second where he came down to San Diego and I was living at this house with a vert ramp.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to roll in on the vert ramp. And I was like, okay, come down. And he came down and I was like starting to skate. And so I'm starting to warm up. And then he like came out and I thought he's like going to pump up the ramp and warm up. And he went to the top and literally just went straight down the roll in. Like, no, like just.
I just did it.
Yeah, did it, but then when he got to the other side, he didn't know what to do, and so he bailed and just like bug splat, and he put out his hands and he broke his arm and he broke his wrist.
What?
And it was so
that's crazy,
horrible. And like I was just trying to make the best of it. Like I took him to the hospital, and then they're like, "Yeah, you need to go to like the trauma hospital," and they took him there, and I thought they're like we're gonna really help him. Like there's gonna have like something. I don't know. I've never been to the hospital when someone's broken something, but they literally just had to reset his arm, and it was so barbaric. Like they just grabbed his arm
popped it back in
and like tried to place it, and then they check under the x-ray machine if it's like in place.
Oh my god.
And then
that's crazy. What year was that?
The whole time I was joking because okay, one was clearly broken, the other one was just like in pain, but he was like saying like I was just like it would be funny, like it could be worse, you could have broke both, and he did break both, and he had a cast, like a wrist cast and then an arm cast on the other one, so he was just like in the shower. I think he had to put bags over both hands.
That's brutal.
Yeah, so insane.
And he kept skating after that though. Yeah.
Also, my mom slammed. I think she broke her arm at the same time, so they both had casts.
The same
and
time.
And my mom had busted lip.
Wow,
it was crazy.
The same time you got hurt together, same time.
Yeah, different occasions, but you know they both had casts on.
Oh my god! What about the also the Tony Hawk games you were on? Is that kind of kind of helps make you kind of a household name as well? Being in those games, is that kind of life changing for you or no?
I mean,
I feel like people that are on there, it's like a big deal, you know?
No, it is. It's a huge deal. Those games are iconic. Like growing up, my brother had one of the skate games, and so I don't know. I feel like those games got so many people into skating.
Totally, and the soundtracks too are crazy.
I remember they hit me up about being in it, and I was just like, I don't know. It just was another moment where I was like, this isn't real.
But you're in a couple of them though.
Yeah,
it's cool. Do they have like your signature tricks and stuff that you're doing there? Or is it
Yeah, you can pick like a secret trick, but they also like they scan you. They like did a full body scan.
Oh yeah.
And then you got to like pick your I brought my real clothes in and
So
they
like
just
in a green
digitized
suit and
them.
a green screen, whatever that thing is, and then they film it or something, or no?
No, they put me in this dome. Like, okay, so there was this one where they like do just your head, and it's like this 360 dome of like hundreds of cameras and hundreds of flashes all at once, and it's like a light show kind of.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one where it was like a cylinder with cameras and lights all around, and you just kind of like stand in there like a scarecrow.
That's wild. It's like an all-day process thing.
It was a couple hours. I remember I was sick during it though, and so like all the lights were so intense.
And so you have to do that for every game you're on after that? Or they already have your image?
I've only done it once.
Oh, okay.
So that was chill. I think they like reuse the scan they have.
Because you're like in 4 different games, I think, or something.
Is it 4?
It's Shred Session, Pro Skater 5, and then Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh, I think 1 and 2 is like connected.
Oh, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's one game, so 3. I was like, there's not 4 games.
That's still crazy. Also, you're the first woman to complete the loop. We talked about it on the first time, the 360 loop. I just watched that video of you doing that the other day too. I think, and I heard your mom was talking about it too, like being all nervous. It was this, I forget where I saw it the other day. Your mom's kind of not narrating, but she's talking about it, like seeing you do that. Yeah. Just knowing that's just what you do and you're going to do it. You're going to keep doing it until you do it. It's kind of cool. And then just seeing like Tony Hawk come at you and grab you and hug you after you make the thing, and just seeing you fall, keep trying and trying.
Yeah.
Like, how was that, like a whole day thing?
Yeah, that was a whole weekend thing.
It's
so
crazy,
he brought that, or Tony had been, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Tony had been asking me if I wanted to skate the loop, and I was just like indifferent. I was like, I need to see it. And
yeah, it's no joke. It's crazy.
But he was like, hey, like people that want to do the loop, they know. And I was like, I don't know. And he brought it out, and then I was like looking at it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll try to skate it. And there's a technique to staying on the wall, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And then they had this event. They had like a crowd, an announcer.
Yeah, I saw
There's
that.
like all this stuff happening. It was really intense.
And there's pads on the side too, though, right? Just
yeah, they added more pads because the time before that, someone like fell off and like missed the pad.
Oh man.
And broke their collarbone.
Jeez.
But
I saw Hawk slam on it too, pretty bad once.
There's
too.
I think he broke his pelvis.
Doing that one, yeah.
There's quite a few skaters that the loop has like wrecked.
Was it scary to you?
I mean, absolutely. If you look at it, it's huge. It's like 10 feet tall.
It's crazy.
And there's like a 16-foot roll in.
It's like the Hot Wheels tracks. It's crazy. The loopy thing, yeah.
But in my head, it looks scary, and it's like there's nothing like. Sorry.
It's okay.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, oh, it's kind of like a cradle, but a little bit different, and it's just like a
What's
car.
a cradle?
Cradle.
Is it like a skateboard
so
thing?
like imagine if you had like a sphere and then you cut it in half.
Okay.
And then you could skate just the half.
Okay.
And you go upside down in it.
Okay. Like a half moon or something. Yeah.
Like a capsule.
Okay, capsule. Okay.
So instead of just like a half pipe, there's like a capsule at the end.
Yeah. It's crazy to watch and see. And how many you had a bunch of tries on that?
I had a bunch of tries, but you're just going into the pad, so you're like taking all your momentum and just like stopping.
Yeah.
And I just remember trying, and then eventually I figured out the technique, and then just kind of got into a rhythm of doing it a few times, then pulling out a pad and like getting a little bit further.
Yeah.
Until I was like, okay, no pads. And then on that first one, I just fully bailed.
You did.
And like, luckily knee slid to the other side, but I don't know. I feel
that was a crazy knee slide. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
almost
scary.
Upside down knee slide. Yeah.
Like on one of those things, like when you mess up, like the room for error is so high.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just.
And then once you land it, you don't ever try it again, right? That's it.
I mean, some people do it. Like at the Boom Boom Huck Jam, I heard they would do it every night.
Wow.
And it was just like normal. But I think when everyone's doing it and it's so normal, you just get into this thing of like nothing could happen.
Yeah.
Like if you put yourself in that mindset, like you can be that good. But
yeah,
if you ever second guess yourself or like doubt like creeps in, like you will get wrecked.
Yeah. And some people will just do it once and never do it again just to get the part, put it out in the video, and that's it. They'll never try it again.
Yeah.
Just keep moving on from it. Like,
I mean, once you've done it, like
it's especially that. It's not like it's like a rail or something.
You're gonna do, if you do it again, like there's no big whoop.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to do it, you can, but also there's just other stuff. Like I feel like it's more of a stunt than like
It's a stunt.
A trick, you know?
It's still a sick stunt though.
Yeah, I mean, I was
It's not a
stoked to
trick,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad I did it. I don't know if I need to do it again.
Is there a lot of people that have accomplished that?
Yeah, I think there's like 24.
Okay.
That's, not a lot compared to like our population, but
Have any women done it since you?
No, there's still
Wow.
been, I'm sure someone will do it.
Wow. And then the Lizzie shoe, I think is we talked about on the second part, just because I saw those flowered ones. But you grew up skating in the high top Vans, so to get your own Vans, it's a huge deal. And have your own clothes, just a whole line with Vans, it's massive.
I mean, for any athlete, I think the top of the pyramid is getting your own shoe.
Yeah, whether it be Vans or anything else, but Vans is still the OG.
I mean, for skating, it's Vans, but for other sports, it's other shoes.
Yeah, is Nike SB just as popular as Vans for skating?
I mean, people, I feel like just depending on the skate park you go to, like every scene has their like preference.
Yeah.
And depending on what you skate, people have their preference.
Yeah. But to have your own shoe and it's crushing, you have all different styles, you design some of the stuff too and the colorways and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I was so
awesome.
involved. Like I spent all of COVID designing the shoe.
It's cool though.
Over video
Zoom?
chats.
Wow.
And we just mail samples back and forth. It's probably the first shoe that was ever, like, first pro shoe that was ever made over only video calls.
That's crazy. So when you get the call, they want to give you your own shoe, like how'd that go down? Was it during the pandemic?
They video called me.
Oh, so it was like 2019, 2020?
It was 2020.
Wow.
They sent me like a Vans like bouquet though. That was cool. It was like it was like an art piece of a high top that was drilled in to a base, and then there's this floral designer, and they did a bouquet out of like the top. It was really sick.
That's awesome. So yeah, for 2020, where everybody's locked down, like going through it, you get to get the Zoom call to have your own shoe. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, it was great because it gave me something to like focus on.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was going through such a crazy time that the people that got to work on it, I feel like they had nothing. There's no distractions.
No distractions.
So you could really, like, I feel like with my shoe, I like really pushed that I wanted sustainable materials, and I wanted it to be a high top. I wanted it to look a certain way. And they're kind of just telling me to pick one thing, and I was like, no, we're getting it all.
How many different colorways is there now of it?
I can't even tell you.
More than 5, maybe, probably.
I mean, there's like 3 or 4 seasons in a year, and then there's like 1 or 2 shoes that stay the same throughout the year.
Yeah, how long do they keep making it for? How long does that run last? Is it like a certain amount of years deal, or just if it keeps being so popular, just keep making it?
So deals can always be, so everyone that has a shoe, like they have, that gets added to their contract.
Yeah.
And then, if it does better, they want to do more, then they just amend the contract.
Yeah. So yours is still going.
Still going.
And so you still design new stuff coming out for it?
I mean, I feel like right now we're just like working on colorways. There's no big surprises.
Yeah.
But I'm doing other stuff.
You got some other stuff coming?
Yeah.
With Vans?
With Vans, yeah, I've actually been working a lot with them this year on just like their new campaigns.
Yeah. And all new design stuff. And
yeah. And also just internally and just like seeing how we can do better. I feel like on the women's side for so long, it was just like an afterthought. I mean, in skateboarding in general, women's skateboarding was such an afterthought. But now I feel like we get a little bit more credit, and we're like looking on how we could make it better. And I don't know, skateboarding is for everybody.
100%.
And it should feel that way. And I think there's just like a little bit of like old mentality still there, and or like subconscious bias, and we're just
like gatekeepers.
I mean, call it what you want. I feel like
just so people from the old school kind of like I don't know. I think Vans is pretty old school, and I think they're pretty. Seems like they're more diverse now and more open to a lot of cool things.
I mean, yeah, it's not just Vans either. It's like the industry itself
I'm sure
too.
The industry, yeah. But I feel like Vans has definitely changed with the times, man, through everything.
Yeah, I mean, as a brand, you have to grow. If you stay the same, then you get left behind.
Yeah, just
that's in anything too. Like it's not even just in business. It's like if you don't get better like you get old.
And reinvent yourself too and stay relevant too and current too.
Yeah. But I think that's good. Like I feel like reinvent sounds so like, I don't know, silly in a way.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like we're always growing. Like all humans, we're always growing. We're learning
growing,
more.
That's a good word instead of reinvent. Yeah.
But I don't know, just I feel like reinventing is like growing in a way that like is like how you outwardly show yourself. And the outward also has to like, you can't just outwardly change yourself. Like it also has to be on the inside too.
True. Yeah. Are there some brands you love to work with?
I mean, I love working with Vans, obviously. And it's been really fun to work with Birdhouse because I do different like designs for my skateboards. And that's always, it's like, I feel like your skateboard deck, it's like an extension of yourself.
100%.
And so, I don't know, it's almost like the clothes you wear. Like you want the clothes you wear to feel a certain way or to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And when your board matches what you're feeling, you're like ready to go try whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the one that you gave me is super dark. It has like an AFI vibe to it. It's kind of gothy and stuff.
It is.
This is a vibe for sure.
That was during Halloween too. I thought you would like it.
I do. It's awesome. How many different designs do you have for your boards right now? Is there so many?
Every year we do like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, wow.
But
the shape stays the same. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, I keep mine the same, but some people like to mix it up and get spicy.
Yeah.
I feel like I play with me. I feel like I really like playing with like the graphic design and working with different artists and like changing that aesthetic. Whereas like the board itself, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, I saw something cool that you inspired Tony Hawk's daughter to skate.
Yeah, Katie, she's so sweet.
It's pretty awesome. It's cool that like it came from you and not him. It's interesting how that works. Like her dad's a pro skater for his whole life, and then you inspire. It's awesome. I think it's so cool.
I mean, I'm sure you as a parent know that like
Totally.
no matter how like you are a punk rock singer, like no matter how cool you are, like your kid is just gonna be like, yeah, it's just dad.
100%.
So
100%.
for Tony to not inspire his daughter to skate, like I'm sure there's a good reason.
No, that's true.
I feel like as a kid, you also just like you want to rebel. Like you don't want to just
for sure.
be like your parents. Like when you're really little, you're like anything they do is cool, but you know, when you're a teenager, it's like anything they do is just like the lamest thing you could do.
I know.
Even if you're doing cool stuff.
I know. I had a guy on my podcast who lost a leg to a shark, and he's a vegan activist. And Max came in the kitchen, he was talking, and that guy inspired my son to go vegan, not me. It's crazy. I'm like, I've been here your whole life. It's like, but it's crazy though.
You could be that guy and lose your leg to a shark, and you wouldn't be able to inspire Max to go vegan.
No, it's true. Something you said too was cool. That's like there's no masters in skateboarding. Even the masters can't do every trick. They also fall as well. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think skating is so humble.
Yeah.
Like
very humbling.
I don't know, for anyone that's accomplished anything, they had to fail more than succeed.
Yeah.
And I think that gets overlooked a lot in most things these days, or like especially with the younger generation. I think they have so much pressure to like be successful, but to be successful you have to try, you have to like you have to fail a lot.
It's very humbling. Yeah,
no matter how much you want something, like the more you want it, it is the better, because like you're willing to go through more trials. But
yeah, I
don't know, at the end of the day you have to put the work in.
No, 100%. It's very humbling. It's very the one thing about skateboarding too, I feel like it's ageless, in a sense that every single kid, every age skates, from the youngest to even people older than Tony Hawk, still skating.
Yeah, there's so many, like the barrier to skating is so different than other sports. Like,
yeah. Why is that? Why is that, you think?
Why is it?
Maybe because it's something that people have been doing since their childhood, and it just sort of, I don't know, man.
I think skateboarding is just more of an art than like a sport.
100%.
So with that being said, like, I don't know, there's just like, there's not these like hard lines of rules of like X trick is worth 3 points.
Yeah.
Like there's no, like, that's
a good point.
Obviously when you judge skating, there is like a way to do it, but it's so subjective, and it depends on like, yeah, I don't know, it's not like other things. You can't just like pinpoint it.
Yeah.
And we each have our own version of like what we think is the coolest thing of skating. And it's so cool that we can all get along. I mean, sometimes we don't all get along with our opinions, but it's cool that we still like, I don't know, like my best friends have different, you know, heroes in skating and think skating
Same.
should be like the way they want to skate is this way, whereas the way I want to skate is a different way.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas so many other things are like, this is the only way to be. Like, if you want to be a good basketball player, you have to be able to do X amount of shots like during a game.
And play exactly this way. These are the rules, everything. There's no rules in skateboarding.
Yeah, and someone's like, there's a coach, they're telling you like
Totally.
what plays, you're relying on your teammates, whereas in skating, it's all in-house.
True.
And that's, I don't know, it's all DIY. Like, I think that's what's so empowering about skating is like, I don't know, it's up to you to make it what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The sky's the limit with skateboarding, like with tricks, just with everything. And it still continues to like blow my mind, like how many people and young people are killing it and different tricks I'm seeing that I never thought I'd see in a million years. I thought Roddy Mullen and Per Willander were the end all be all of all skate. I think Roddy Mullen's still incredible, but the stuff he was doing back then and then stuff that's happening now, it's so crazy, dude.
It's sick.
It's so crazy, man. He's such a legend too, man.
I think also with like the Olympics, people, the skate industry, part of it was so afraid that it was just gonna like ruin skating,
like sell it out or whatever.
But I think it's just opened it up to more people, which means like there's gonna be more styles, like more genres, and there's gonna be more skate parks, there's gonna be more like opportunity in skating.
Totally.
And I don't know, like there's so much good to be shared. And I think also like these new countries, or like there's gonna be countries that now will have skate parks that would never have done it before because it's just an Olympic thing. And yes, they will try to like send their people to the Olympics, but it's also going to have a ripple effect of like, there's just going to be also regular skate parks and regular people can get into skating.
Mm-hmm.
And that could give them a window out of their world.
100%.
Especially if they're underprivileged, where it's like,
yeah, for sure.
There's only certain ways of what you can and can't do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like skateboarding, there's no judgment with it. There's no, I don't know. It's interesting having a skateboard growing up and just having to be my best friend and something I count on every single day after school. You know, I don't know. It never let me down.
It's interesting to think about how empowering it is.
Yeah.
To just like see your world in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're walking around your neighborhood or running, like that's one thing. But when you get to skate around your neighborhood, you start reading the cracks like in your sidewalk. You start like looking at the ramps. You start looking at different pieces in your community, totally different. And they've always been there.
Different eyes. You see it through different eyes.
And so you're using your imagination, and then you're like going off of like, oh, this feeling was really cool, and how could I recreate that? And you could almost do it off of this. And I think using that part of your brain is like, so I think that's what keeps you young.
I think so too.
Or like, if you can still have fun and you're still imagining or like being creative.
Just having that young spirit too. Imagine street skaters driving down the street and just seeing rails and benches and everything totally different just a normal person sitting at the bus stop. It's wild, man.
It's like all of a sudden your world's in color.
Yeah, it's like, it's art. It's crazy.
And also those things like when you're a skater, none of these things were created for skating. I mean, now skate parks are, but other than that, like street skating, the things that they skate are not made for skating.
No. And some of those obviously...
Or even backyard pool skating. Like backyard pools weren't made for skating.
But even like skate parks aren't... some of those parks aren't as good as just stuff in the street. You know what I mean? Just street terrain, right? Just like real street stuff. There's so much cool stuff. Yeah,
I mean, it's really cool, especially when you see like cool designers or architects at work, and then they will inherently create something that's like better for skating.
Yeah.
And also like I think with skate parks sometimes we get stuck in like building like cookie cutter skate parks of like they all are the same when we need to have more like each town should have a totally different skate park than the next so 100%. That it creates like a different skater.
Yeah. Did you ever skate the Love Park? Oh, you don't skate park, sorry. Love Park in Philadelphia.
Yeah, never been there.
What's your favorite spots to still skate in Los Angeles?
I mean, my ramp.
Yeah, besides that.
Garvanza's my go-to
Where's that?
in Highland Park.
Okay.
And I mean, my home park, the Cove, is great. San Pedro has a cool park.
San Pedro?
Yeah. I mean, it's a DIY. Channel Street.
Yeah.
It's OG.
That's cool.
But usually I'll go to Vans in Orange County. Otherwise, I'll drive to San Diego.
To the Hawk Ramp?
Yeah. But there's other parks in San Diego that are cool too.
Yeah.
Skating for me, like transition parks, they're just way better in San Diego.
Yeah. When's the last time you skated a Hawk's spot?
It's been a second, but I think I'm going tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn. You wake up early and drive down there and just skate for a couple hours?
Not early. I'm not waking up. I'm waking up early, but not to drive.
You go solo trip?
Yeah, I'll probably just go skate in the afternoon.
And then come back?
And then come back at night.
Damn.
That way I'm like in after or morning traffic, and then I leave after dinner, so it's chill.
Yeah.
I miss after, or what's it? Dude, I keep saying after. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to listen to myself talk that I can talk better. You're not allowed to
listen to it. Obviously, we talked about this on the first episode, but I mean, I can just wing through it pretty fast just because I know you hate talking about. Obviously, the Mega Ramp Slam in 2020, the craziest stuff that I got from the first conversation with you is it was during the pandemic. Your husband was on the other side of the ramp. It was your first time kind of hanging out outside of COVID. When you went to the hospital, you were all by yourself. The whole entire thing. I know you like talking about it or watching the video. The video is gnarly. But the fact that you like came back so much stronger and so much of a badass from that, went to Olympics and all that. That's the most inspiring part of this whole entire slam. It's not that the slam was crazy, like flying 30 feet and falling 20 feet. It's the fact that like I'm sitting here with you right now and you're unscathed physically, maybe mentally you have to think about it sometimes, but I don't know, I just feel like it made you more of a badass.
Thank you.
That's just my opinion. But when you watch it,
it's horrible. It's like car crash
it's
level
a human
slam.
being like flying. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I know her and she's fucking, but just the whole experience. And also what's crazy is that since I've watched that video a bunch since I've met you, I've watched other ones that are totally even more insane than that.
Yeah. I mean, I think
not that yours wasn't the bad. Yours wasn't.
I think to someone who skates, like your eye for what is cool is so different. But then as like someone who doesn't skate, like seeing something like that is just like, I think it pulls on like some like, what's it called?
Heartstrings?
Yeah, your heartstrings, but like something primal. Like when you see something like that, you're just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And as having lived through it, don't do that.
Yeah. And you never watched the video?
I watched the video. I was avoiding watching the video for like a second just because I thought it would like, I would be reliving it.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was traumatic. But then when I watched it, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It was like not as bad as I thought it was. But I think that goes to show like we're always in our heads making things worse than it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty gnarly though.
Yeah. I mean, it was heavy. I had to, like, it was a really intense time. It was during COVID. It was during the BLM protests.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And my parents live in Santa Monica, so they're at the heart of it.
Oh shoot.
And we're all locked down, and then we were filming this video, and I was so excited to see my teammates, and I really just wanted to like do something that I hadn't done before, or like push myself in some way. And we happened to have this setup, my teammate has that giant crazy setup in his backyard. That's and they were filming there. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just, I'll do this.
How big is that ramp?
Big? I don't know.
Like I don't know how tall it is.
The roll in itself, it's probably like 50 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Or 40 feet off the ground.
It was called like the War Rig Project or something. That's what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing they were filming that day. I heard there was a project.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
So it was for Trans World, and it was one of their contests, and it was like 3 teams. And then I think our whole thing was like our theme of our video was like skating our van.
Okay.
Our team van. And so they rigged it up with like all these like rails and like,
oh yeah, the van, that's right.
We just kept trying to skate it in all these ways. So they forklifted it up onto the mega ramp.
I saw that.
And they were trying to skate it, and it was really gnarly. And I tried. Obviously I slammed. And then I was under the van. Was that your
first try?
That was my first, yeah.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was under it, and so then they had to like they put me on a table, like what's it called? A pop-up table. like a gurney, and then they moved me over, hoisted the van down, and then put me in the back of the van. And then the van was completely gutted, so it's just like two people like holding, like basically on both sides of my hips, like just holding me from like sliding around. And then they drove me. They called Tony, and he gave the good hospital a heads up. So they drove me all the way out to this other hospital that they knew was good.
Avoid the bad hospital.
Yeah, because there's a notorious hospital around there. And I don't know, it was crazy. And that day, like you said, like a week before I got married. And that was the first day my husband and I posted about it.
We got married.
And so our phones were being flooded. And then I went to the hospital. Because it was COVID, no one could come in.
Brutal.
And that was my only line of contact out. And my phone was just being drained by everyone saying congrats. And then my husband, I felt so bad for, like, God. It's was just he, like
waiting
helpless.
Outside the hospital, just like hanging out there?
They went back to Tony's house, but there was nothing they could do. Like, I was just, you know, but the rules were the rules.
I think you snuck him in there though, or something.
Okay, so I got transferred to like this other hospital because I needed surgery. And in there, they snuck him in right before surgery. By snuck him in, it was like I basically kept talking to the social services person or like the person who's supposed to be there for your mental health. And I was just like, I'm sick of being alone. Like, this is horrible. This is like the worst moment of my life.
Yeah, it's
and
brutal.
Like, I don't know. I just like want to see my husband. And like, thankfully we were married and he wasn't just like my boyfriend because I probably wouldn't have let him in.
It's true.
And
perfect timing.
Yeah, he like was in there and it was so sad. Like when I look at photos, like the morale of like spirit, like it's, I don't know, it's so cute. Like it's very sweet, but I don't know. I recently went to Ed Templeton's art show and I think he got a concussion and like broke his neck. And there's a photo of like him in the hospital bed. Okay, obviously he's taking the photo from the hospital bed and he's like taking the photo of his partner, Deanna. And the look that she has is just like mirrors Axel's look from the photos I have at the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's just that same level of like, damn it.
It's crazy seeing like your wife or husband or partner.
Yeah, I mean just anyone that loves you, like when you're like in such a terrible place, just knowing like we don't know what's gonna happen.
Did you know what was going on like before they transferred you to the next hospital, how bad it was or anything, or no?
Yeah, they told me I like broke some stuff in my back and that I broke my femur, and I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't have to get back surgery because that's gnarly.
Yeah,
obviously breaking your femur is very gnarly. It's the biggest bone in your body.
Yeah.
But I was so freaked out about the back, and they told me you don't do anything for it. So I was relieved, but then they're like, oh, you need surgery on your hip. And I've never had surgery before outside of like getting my wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, in my head, that doesn't count. That's just like everyone does it.
Totally.
And then, I don't know, they told me like maybe I need a hip replacement, and that like mentally sent me. I was just like, I'm never going to skate.
I'm sure it was going through your mind. Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the Olympics, which, you know, I mean, big deal. But I was just like, if I can't skate, like my life is just like completely upside down.
Yeah. How long were you in the hospital for?
Like 3 days, 4 days.
That was it?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I went in, they scanned me, they signed me up for surgery. Yeah. And then I think I stayed for like a day or two after. And then you walk the next day.
Really? After the surgery?
Yeah.
But before that, you in a wheelchair? No,
you're just in the hospital bed. They like gurney, or they like switch you from bed to bed, and then you're just laying down. You can't. I mean, your leg's broken. My leg was broken.
So the surgery happens that quick, though.
Yeah, there's.
Wow, man.
I mean, there's surgeons on call. Like if you ever talk to anyone who works at a hospital, it's kind of like if anything happens. Which is kind of a crazy way to live, because like if you're on that schedule, it's like you kind of just have to be close by.
Yeah. Totally crazy, man. And obviously you had to contact your mom and stuff. And
yeah, I had Axel contact my mom because my phone kept dying, and it took me like a second to get a charger.
Okay,
it was so rough,
dude. So once you get your charger, you can actually physically be on your phone if you want talking to people.
Yeah, but also it was like COVID, and so I was just like, I don't know. I just remember like calling some of my friends, like, I'm in the hospital. I'm like, I'm hurt.
Oh my!
And then being like, what? And I'm just like,
Yeah, you're not supposed to be leaving your house now. It's okay. You guys are outside, like living. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were being safe, like for the circumstances. Like filming, like you're not close with the people.
Yeah. You guys masked up out there too, probably, or no?
No, I mean,
The
with
hospitals
skating.
were for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
the hospitals were.
Crazy. That's a crazy couple days in surgery. And then obviously the road to recovery happened. Then you went to Olympics and here you are now. It's so insane.
Yeah.
But you still never ever wanted to quit skateboarding.
I mean, no, I feel like that's such a part of who I am.
Yeah.
Or like it helped me become the person I am, and it's something that I love to do.
And the femur, is that the one that Tony Hawk broke his as well?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But he broke it in a different place.
Yeah.
I think his was like technically... Actually, I don't know. I'm not going to say.
That was crazy seeing him too, because to him he's like...
he had to get 2 surgeries.
I know, because the first one he continued to skate too soon or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw a video about it.
So gnarly.
He's like a superhero to me. So when that happened, I was like, wow, man.
I think he's just like mentally so strong.
Yeah, and he never really got hurt that bad in his younger career either.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then after that, you got a concussion after this, correct?
Yeah, so I did
And
the
the pool,
Olympics
right?
and then went straight into filming a video part because I was having the shoe come out soon.
Damn, man.
And they kind of, like, Van's, like, putting pressure on me to...
Get a part for it or something?
Start going. And I remember I was like, okay, I'll try. And there's still just, like, trauma. Like, what I was able to do at the Olympics was amazing. But it was, like, it didn't just come easy. Like, you're just putting in work and, like, everything, like... After coming back from a slam like that, like, your body is so on high alert saying, like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Like, and when you're skating, you have to, like, go for it.
Yeah.
So you're getting 2 different signals in your brain, and it's just really, it's exhausting.
Yeah. So your body's, like, saying no, but your brain's saying just do it, kind of?
Yeah. And then, yeah, I was just, like, trying to film, and I don't know, skating's dangerous, and I mean, I'm sure taking a break, like, you have to get into it again, and I was just pushing again, and slammed. Did knock myself out.
But for a moment, for those couple of days, you thought that, like, maybe you never skate again.
I mean, not when I got a concussion, but when
that first one, yeah.
When I got a concussion, I was like, damn, why am I doing this to myself? Why do I skate? But then I know why I skate. I love it.
Was your mom bugging out when that slam happened?
Which one?
The original slam, the Mega Ramp slam.
Yeah, my mom was like tripping. I don't know. It's horrible to hear. It was so gnarly.
I know. Or thinking like you may not skate, or like this is too dangerous for my daughter or something, or I don't know.
I mean, I'm like a full adult.
I know.
I don't think
still,
you could.
But you're always gonna be the baby girl, though. You know what I mean? For your mom.
I mean, you're always your like, I'm always gonna be her baby.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think she understood. I think she knows I'm like too far gone.
And now it's just like, it's
my career.
It's totally, but now it's like, you never get a slam like that ever again.
Also, like, that happened in 2020. Like, arguably, I've like been skating by then I was skating for 13 years.
Yeah. True.
Like, it was my career. It was already my career. So
yeah. Crazy.
I'm living on my own.
Yeah.
I'm married. My husband's a pro skater.
True. Yeah, it's just cool to just see from that to now and everything you're doing now, and just surviving something like that was that like a crazy viral video when it came out, or did that video you held that video, or somebody held it for a long time or something, right?
Yeah, I waited
until
to post
did the Hawks
it.
Wolf podcast or something, right?
Yeah, so Tony posted it once I went on his podcast, and he only posted it in the actual video. He never just posted it. And then later on, we started sharing it. But I think for me, I didn't want to just put out like clickbait, like horrible slam.
Totally.
For me, like I wanted to put it out to be like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think for me, it's just it shows how resilient we are. And
100%.
like, I don't know, I feel like there's so many times when people like go through something horrible and then they're just like, oh, it was the worst ever. And for me, even looking back, like, it was so nice to just like have all that quality time. Like, I don't know, my husband, like, I just got married. My husband like was forced to like wait on me, hand in my, like, whatever, just like anything I needed, he had to like help me.
Yeah.
And so it like made us so close. I mean, we were close before, but like
for sickness and in health. Yeah,
just like straight into it. Like, he had to like give me shots every day for like the first bit, and it was so funny because they were both like, oh, this is horrible, and we're just like, yeah, we gotta do it, and we're just, both in it.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, man. Then you know he's a real one. He's a keeper.
He is. He's so sweet.
I feel like so much has happened, like from the pandemic when all that started with your shoe, just everything in the Olympics, all that. It's just been.
I mean, he also has his skate career and is doing his thing throughout all this. Like, his whole side of the story is like he's going through a lot too.
Yeah, and so he was trying to like balance all that and take care of you.
Yeah, so he moved out here from Belgium.
Yeah,
and like, had to like figure out his life out here, and then like is skating, doing videos, I don't know, going on trips. Pandemic happens, we're stuck out here, he's like away from his family.
Totally.
I don't know, and like can't go out there. Like if he leaves, he can't come back.
That's right. That was a crazy thing. I remember that, man. Once you leave, you're gone. So it was a while for him to see his family and stuff.
Yeah, it was emotional.
Damn. We're in a good place now, huh? Life's good.
We're great. Oh my god, I feel like anytime you go through something horrible, like afterwards, you like take a fresh breath of air and you're like, life is so good.
I know. I appreciate you bringing me some plants too.
Of course.
I know. I'm excited to have my first plants. I mean, I had one before, but I didn't do so good planting it. But I'm having my wife help me put some. What are those 2 plants you gave me?
So I gave you a datura.
One's like a deadly one.
And that one's poisonous.
And what's good about having that?
So it's a beautiful plant. Remember you sent me a photo of like the trumpet flowers?
Yes, those are sick.
So that's like our native version of it. And it has these beautiful night blooming flowers.
Okay.
And like they're pollinated by like moths and bats. So who knows, maybe you'll get a bat in your backyard to pollinate that, which would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
And I don't know, they just smell really good and they're like beautiful. And these plants are so resilient. Like if you put it in the ground, like these things grow up in between like asphalt and will like survive.
That's cool.
So that it's very hardy.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about being like
Street
the
plant.
only way you will kill it is if you overwater it.
Okay.
So like it thrives on neglect.
Okay.
And then the other plant I gave you is a holly leaf cherry.
Okay.
And that's our native cherry.
Nice. I hope they grow those and it's gonna work.
Yeah, and they're really sweet. The only thing is they're more pit than fruit.
Okay.
But I mean, you do it because you get all the pollinators in your backyard, and if you're doing a veggie garden, you want them to like, come for that and then stop on their way to your veggie bed and like pollinate all your vegetables.
You've been gardening lately? What's up with your house? Is your house almost done?
I finally put in plants in the veggie beds.
Okay.
We haven't landscaped the outside, but
the house is coming along good though?
Yeah, so it's almost done. I think it should be done by the end of the month.
That's exciting.
I haven't been posting anything
and the
since
pool
we got
too.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pool's done.
I can't wait to your housewarming party.
But yeah, I
I'm
got...
going to bring you a plant.
You can.
I'm going to.
Okay, we got a watermelon, 2 bell peppers, a jalapeno, zucchini, 2 tomatoes, and a cantaloupe. So here's our setup.
Oh, yeah. That's what I need, those like metal bins. That's cool.
Yeah, so I just I follow this person on Instagram, and I guess he's like a part of the company, but I think they're called like, his Instagram's Epic Gardening, and he does those veggie beds.
Okay.
But I think you
you showed me that last time too.
The beds are, I think they're called like birdies.
There's also like urban gardening they have in New York where they show people's rooftops where they have like...
Those are crazy.
That's sick. Have you seen it? You ever been to any people's houses that have that in New York yet?
I don't have that many friends. Or my brother lives in New York, but other than that, I only have a few friends.
In New York?
Yeah. But yeah, they're like for a garden bed, it's pretty affordable. Also,
that's right, $300. Yeah, that's... What do you got? Like Home Depot or something?
No, you just order them and they go straight to your door.
Oh, wow. I know last time he had the list, like, what is some of your favorite music you listen to? When you drive, when you skate? You have like a diverse palette of music.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of stuff I never heard of before, I think, last time.
Yeah, I am like all over the place.
But you also know some like hip-hop stuff, some classic stuff.
Okay,
I think
honestly,
you said Busta Rhymes. You said something last time. I was like, what?
Okay, I've been looking at like TikTok I don't look at TikTok. I look at Reels, and like I just have a bunch of like Reels songs. But there's this one Japanese one that's called Odoriko by Vundy. That's
cool.
But that's a cool song. I recently went on a trip, and then one of the girls really likes Blackpink.
Oh, is that something new? I never heard that.
K-pop.
Yet. Okay. Oh, wow.
And so there's the one K-pop song that gets stuck in my head. That's the only K-pop song I know. Listening to a lot of Childish Gambino,
Sick.
Justice. I really like this band Loving from Canada.
Okay. Childish Gambino's sick. I saw him come out with Tyler at the Coachella. It was so cool.
Susie and the Banshees.
Ooh, girl, yeah, best. Classic shit.
There's like French indie tronica is what I've been listening
that's
to.
That's what you told me last time. French indie tronica.
Yeah.
It's like its own genre.
Yeah.
I never heard of that. It's crazy.
I mean, there's just like a bunch of bands that are just like lumped in there.
And
really like La Femme.
La Femme, okay. That's classic. And you don't do coffee, that's right?
I mean, when I'm jet lagged.
I thought you're a tea person, yeah.
I am, but I've been drinking a lot of coffee because I was in Europe and like in Italy, you can like get espressos and I'll drink like 3 or 4 a day and it's like so bad. I mean, not bad. I love it, but it's probably not good for you.
It's cool to do that in Europe too, like the afternoon, like.
Yeah. It just feels cultural.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I don't need that.
So you're not doing, so not coffee at home really.
No.
What do you like? Just see a matcha? What do you do?
I like going and getting green tea.
Yeah.
I'll get boba tea or sometimes I'll get hoji cha or matcha.
Matcha. What's some of your daily rituals?
Daily rituals. Going swimming.
Skating. Where you go swimming at?
I have a pool.
Oh, that's right.
So
you swimming laps?
Couple laps, nothing intense, but it's just like I think waking up and moving your body and just like getting the blood going and also going in like slightly cold water.
It's nice.
In the winter we'll go and it's like cold and it's
you do cold showers and
yeah, we did a cold plunge the other day. We went camping.
Oh really?
And then we stopped by Switzer in the Los Angeles forest.
It was cool.
It was so nice.
Did you do something hot first or just straight in the cold?
I mean, there was no hot. There was just only cold. But you're in the sun, so it feels good.
Yeah, that's nice. So
I just got a cold plunge today.
What do you mean?
I got dropped off.
Which one? The cold plunge?
You're going to laugh.
Wait. I just sold mine last week.
Really?
I got a new one.
Why?
I've been new one coming
you have
tomorrow.
A new
one. What is it?
This company, Grillo Pickles hit me up asking if I want a cold plunge. And I was like, yeah.
Pickles?
Yeah.
Wow. They do cold plunges?
No, they don't. I think it's just marketing. But
what's it look like? Is it like a?
It looks like a pickle jar.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm pretty sure it's just like their marketing scheme campaign. But I'm down because I want
cool.
a cold plunge and I love pickles. So it's. I still have to try their pickles. So.
Wait a second. That's a cold plunge?
Yeah, isn't it hilarious?
That's incredible. So you put ice in it or something?
I don't know. I haven't done anything to it yet.
Dude, what is that? I have to try it. For the listeners,
hilarious.
This is a pickle jar of speared pickles. What the hell, man? They open it up and they put ice or something. You have to.
Yeah, you just put water and cold ice.
You have to supply the ice.
Probably. It's not fancy. It's just a big bucket.
You have to get some ice machine now. I think for that, no?
Yeah, or the hack. Did you show me the hack?
What is the hack?
My friend showed me the hack. He just gets like ice cream tubs, fills them with water, and then we'll put them in his like bath. And that's his cold plunge.
Ice cream tubs?
Yeah, empty ice cream tubs. So like big containers, fill them with water. So you have big ice cubes.
Like Brewer's ice cream or something like that. Like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
And so he'll do that instead of buying ice bags.
What? I know. I was going to ask you what your last real job was, but you haven't had a real job, so it's pretty amazing. It's so cool. And you have no major regrets either, right?
No, I feel like everything I've done has like got me to where I am, and it's been, I don't know, a learning experience. It's hard to know. Okay, I think also when we are going through like really hard times, it's when we're like learning something about ourselves.
Yeah.
And like when you're in it, it's just everything's horrible. But in retrospect, you're like, oh, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't get to here.
Make me the person I am today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Optimist or pessimist?
Optimist.
Yeah. You see. Yeah. You're always happy. You're so you seem always like you're happy. You're always smiling.
Thank you. I feel like I'm just always under pressure.
So you carry stress well. People don't know when you're stressed. Like I can't ever see you getting agitated.
Maybe if I'm like hungry,
I feel like
if you wake me up, like I think I'm like not my best self if I'm like woken up early.
Yeah, you're not a morning person.
Yeah,
but you stay at one level. You're super chill to me, like just like.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, there are moments where I'm like a little up or a little down, but I'm not too like roller coastery. Yeah. I do feel like I'm monotone, but I think
you're so chill.
I don't know.
But I couldn't tell if you're excited or mad. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it'd make me a horrible actor, to be honest. But
yeah, it would.
Or I just have to be like, if I was an actor, I'd have to be the person that it's just like, this is my personality. I am me.
Yeah, it seemed like if you were stressed, like what do you do with stress? How do you release stress? Skating, probably. Yeah.
I don't know. I think at one point it was that, but
Yeah.
I feel like now that it's my job, it's just like transformed into like I love gardening and hiking, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
my zen place.
It's therapeutic. Yeah, for sure.
Because you're just like in it.
Yeah.
Or anything where there's a process. This week I
Yeah.
actually picked up some like beads and I want to like make some stuff. So I'm
Like some
excited.
jewelry?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Actually, not jewelry. I'm actually gonna make a charm bracelet, but I wanted to like DIY my shoes with beads.
I'll be like not bedazzling, but actually put beads on them. Yeah.
Like little beads. They'll be cute.
I was gonna ask you about TV, but you don't watch TV either. It's so cool.
I don't have a TV.
That's so cool, man.
I just feel like there's so many things.
Your phone's got
to
enough
do.
stuff on it anyway for TV.
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
we have Netflix, so that's like our version of TV, like our generation's version of TV. But I still don't really watch it that much. Like,
Kind of cool.
I feel like
You're always outside, it seems.
outside or just like trying to do something. There's so many things I want to do or hobbies that I want to take up, but
It's
don't have time.
Time too, though. Yeah.
Okay, if I'm sick, I will watch like Netflix.
And just
That's like the only time where I'm like, okay.
we have to slow down. You can't do anything.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
just
you're
nothing
sick.
else to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like it's either
exactly, yeah.
sleep or listen to music, watch Netflix.
What about therapy? You ever done therapy before? Gone to therapy?
Yeah. I like when I grew up, I went to therapy, and then also like I went to therapy for a bit because I thought it would like help. And then
When you were younger, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What about like after the slam, like something like that? They say you have to get for stress or anything like that. I don't know.
I kind of Googled like what trauma therapy was.
That's what I mean, trauma therapy. Yeah.
And I don't know, like when I read, okay, obviously if I was working with someone, I'm sure there was like things that could help. But when I read it, it was like, there's kind of two options into like getting over something. Like, like if you've been through like a trauma, and it was like, I don't know, basically it was like just doing it again, starting slow or doing it and
ease back into it.
Like imagining it and things like that. And I was just like, okay, I guess it just got it. There's no secret. Like, I think that's
just face it kind of.
Yeah.
So no therapy since for a long time.
I'm sure it would have been helpful if I would have like had someone, but I didn't do anything. But
you just push through it, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, man.
For better or for worse.
I think you said something too about fear, is something about the word fear. Oh, fuck, I forgot what it was. It was so cool.
It's made up.
Yeah, it's made up. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was gonna say you're fearless, but
I'm not fearless. I think having courage isn't being fearless. It's like faith. It's knowing that there's fear and like going through with it anyway.
Yeah, pushing through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So fear's made up.
Okay, this isn't a therapist, but I am working with a life coach.
Oh, that's cool.
That's exciting.
That's cool.
In my head, it's just like
So what do you mean? So a life coach? So you talk to them about stuff you're going through in your life?
No, I mean, yes.
Yeah, and they help you out. They try like
they help. The main goal is to like help me figure out where I want to be in my career.
Gotcha.
And so
what's the difference between a therapist and a life coach is? Because they're both giving you the tools to work on making your life better, I guess, right?
I mean, I think you don't go to a therapist saying like where you want to be in your career. I mean, you can mention like your goals, but I think they won't give you advice on how to get there. They will give you advice on how to manage what you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Whereas like, I don't know, I do tell this person what I'm dealing with, but he's not giving me like therapeutic exercises to get through it.
Okay. Yeah.
But it is, I think, the act of telling somebody what you want and just getting it out there, that's part of, like, that is, it in itself is therapeutic.
Yeah. You have to really talk to people too. You can talk to your friends or your husband or your wife about stuff too.
Yeah, but
sometimes getting somebody else, outside perspective.
I really enjoy having someone, like, talking to someone who, like, isn't connected.
Yeah.
Because it's giving you an unbiased review of, like, what's going on.
A stranger, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like talking, yeah.
I think anytime I've had like a really big personal decision to make, I have tried to like find that person that's not connected and has no money in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the money I pay them to do it.
Did you ever see the movie Zoolander? Because my son just came in here trying to give me like a Zoolander face because he's going to do a big...
Blue steel?
Blue steel. He's going to do a big modeling shoot. You doing good, Max? Look at this kid, man. I do like your hair. Looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's good.
She does her hair all the time.
Axel, I just did one on Friday.
I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think last time I saw you also did it, and you had red all over your fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I just found yesterday I realized I had red dye in my ear, so it just looked like I was bleeding.
But you do it yourself, though.
No, I got it done.
Oh, nice. Professionally.
I have done it myself, but no, I just go to the salon.
Did you bleach your husband's hair, too?
Yeah, I bleached his hair, and I'm going to do it again and do color.
Mm.
We were supposed to do color.
Yeah.
But then he got scared. Or he was like, do I like this?
What color would it be, you think?
I don't know. I want to do like a design.
I was telling Max maybe like a light blue or like a light pink for his hair, maybe.
Light pink. Pink is sick.
You think pink would be good on him? Max, it might be good on pink. I don't know.
I don't know. I might pull out the pink in his face.
He does have some pink cheeks. This is awesome. I really appreciate you coming back here. So Lizzie's been here 3 times to my house. We haven't dropped one episode. Now we're finally dropping this, and I lost the first one. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, you can do that. Oh yeah, the leopard one. That's a classic.
The only thing is I surf a lot, and there's a pro surfer who did that, and like in the surf community, it was like that was his thing. So it'd be a little kind of like kooky if I did that, but I mean, I could still see it. Like I could still pull it off probably. He's just like a pro surfer, and it's like I surf the spotty surf sometimes, and it'd just be like, look at this like fucking asshole like copping his fucking hair.
Okay.
But I don't care what people
You know, the water is big enough for the both of you.
Ooh, that's really true though. But Max, you can also do it and go to Europe and not even be an American and rock it like that for like 2 weeks. True. Which is kind of cool. You know what I mean? The leopard stripes are sick.
Leopard is sick.
You would do that on your husband?
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever he wants.
Would
like
he be
whatever
down for it?
I don't know if he'll be down. He really cares about how he looks.
Okay.
But
I do too. I feel like
also I feel like okay.
You put your husband on blast right now.
No, I'm not putting it. Okay, I think there's people that like do something and they think they own it, and I think that is a problem. Because yes, there are certain situations where it's like a do and do not type thing, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like especially in skating, it's like,
dude,
no one owns tricks. You can't say like you're copying this person's trick. Yes, you can be inspired by, but like no one owns a drop and no one owns a 50-50.
No one's 100% original either.
And so like even when it comes to the way we dress or the way we look, we can be inspired by this or that, or you know, coincidentally have it at the same time and be inspired by different things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like you just have to live your life, and you know, if that upset somebody else, that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah, it's like the surfer guy doesn't have the copyright to that haircut. Just what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, but there'll be a bunch of people in the water. There might be 2 dudes out there with leopard heads. I know what he's saying about it. Yeah,
true, but I don't know. I think at some point someone has to make it a trend. And not saying that it's him. Like maybe you do it for different reasons, but you can do it.
Oh, yeah, somebody has it for. Yeah, somebody sets it off first in a sense. Yeah. But
I don't know, like they might get credit for it, but you can still just do it, and it doesn't mean you're like giving out to them if they think that good for them. But
yeah,
in your heart of hearts, you know why you do it.
No, yeah.
I still think you should get a plant tattoo.
A plant tattoo. Dude, I live with plants. Why do I need plants?
That's true.
This week has been a lot of tattoo talk.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've just been talking about tattoos a lot.
Who are you and your man?
No, a bunch of people have been talking to me about tattoos.
About you getting one?
Oh, I was talking with Danny Miller about tattoos. I talked to my husband about tattoos.
About you're interested in them or just?
No, just like.
It's just the
with
conversation.
Danny, yeah, but then Axel knows something else.
Does Danny Way have
Miller?
Oh, Danny Miller
from Surfboard.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Danny. What's up, Danny? Oh yeah, she has tats. She has some crazy tats too, man. Yeah, I got to watch the fights with her a couple of weeks ago at my friend's house. It was cool.
Sick.
You guys been hanging?
Yeah, we walked the res the other day, and then we went to Michael's and went off.
Michael's and bought all the beads and stuff.
Yeah.
Your dog's been here. Your dog's been amazing this whole podcast, and so has Stella. They've been totally cool with each other.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name again for listeners?
Elma.
Elma's been chilling here so much. At first, Stella was like, back off, bitch. And she's been here the whole freaking podcast. How cute is she, Max? Just totally chilling in here.
She's sweet.
Wait, I'm not going to lie. Very, very cute dog. Human eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what like very cute dog, but looks like Skinwalker, like human eyes.
I know she's trapped in there. She's really smart too.
Oh yeah, the eyes are pretty amazing.
Like if you do something messed up, she'll like look at you like you are the dumbest person ever.
She give you a stare down.
Yeah, or just like I feel like she gives a lot of emotion through her eyes.
Yeah.
Like she'll be like, I want this. I'm happy. I'm not happy.
Does she like a liquid death bowl I got her?
Yeah, she does. We've been using it in our van.
What about dog toys? Does she play with dog toys? Like stuffed animal things?
Okay, yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna have one for you.
She has a caterpillar and it's her boyfriend.
Okay.
Is the only toy she humps.
That's it? Oh, okay.
But she has other toys. She has like, the squeaker, or not, the pig squeakers. She loves those.
So she it's crazy how fast dogs destroy stuffed animals and stuff. Just rip them to shreds and they keep them and hug them. It's weird.
Have you ever done the thing where you like say all your dog's buzzwords? And then you see their reaction? So you'll just be like, cheese, squirrel.
Walk. Night. Yeah.
It's not working right now because she's not paying
Max, she's staring you down, Max, because she knows you have food.
Oh, it's probably because it's peanut butter.
Oh, she likes peanut butter?
I mean, all dogs, right?
Lizzie, thank you. You're the best. Thank you for coming back. Shout out to Jessica, too, once again. We keep keeping Jessica's love on this pod because she connected us, and she's the freaking best, and she's helping every person. She has an awesome gym that we go to. And
I was there. I came straight there.
I can't wait to the new one opens, too. It's opening soon, right?
Yeah, towards the end of this year.
Yeah, she connected us, and now I feel like I can call you my friend. We've skated together. You've been in my house 3 times.
I know. I
really appreciate it, Liz, because you don't do podcasts unless they're like Skateboard One. So I'm honored to have you here and hear your story again and connect with you and stuff. It's awesome.
You're welcome.
This has been awesome. Max, you have anything you want to say to Lizzie? We talked.
Carefully as a knife.
Anything you want to say to Lizzie, Max? You good?
Off the pod.
Oh, yeah, off the pod. You what? Okay. Thank you, Lizzie.
Welcome.
Well,
Thanks for
I
having
have to get
me.
you. I have to get you back soon. Your car meter's an hour and a half from now, right?
Yeah.
What time is your meter run out? Say it.
No.
I want. So listen, I need to come to your house for the housewarming party. I want to try the new pickle jar.
Pickle plunge.
That's real. I can't believe that's real, man.
Marketing.
You gonna try it today? That means
soon.
That means you have to post about it.
Yeah, I will.
You have to post inside the ice thing. It's gonna be crazy.
It'll be my life. Also, I'm going to Finland on Friday, so I'll be
all ready. That's right.
I'll be like cold plunged out.
Oh, it's legit over there. It's so
sauna,
cool.
Cold plunge.
That's your life too.
The land of sauna.
I know. Okay, thank you for coming back for the 3rd time. You're a G. I appreciate you for your time, everything, and thanks for the listeners. Lizzie Armanto, peace. Lizzie Armanto, good morning. Welcome back to my kitchen.
Thank you for having me.
I don't really do this that much, but I don't know. There's something about you, man. We met and you were on the podcast last time, and then I don't know. I just want to hang out with you again. Then we went to the Mike Liquid Death ramp. That was awesome, just to see you skate in real life. And Dane pulled up. Oh, you were in pads, but Dane doesn't wear pads. You weren't even wearing a helmet, were you? No. You pulled up to this ramp, this 9-foot ramp that I've been so terrified of for the past months, where I got hurt. And you looked at it, you're like, this is kind of small, but it was just so fun to see you skate that. That was a fun day.
Thank you. It was awesome. I usually I love ramps like that because you can just like mess around and it's not scary.
For you, it's not scary because it's almost a vert, right? So it's not vert.
It's basically like a big mini ramp, but it is tall for a mini ramp. Obviously, I don't know anyone with a mini ramp that big.
And are those pretty quick transitions? Is it pretty good transitions for you at that ramp?
Yeah, the transitions were mellow.
Yeah. So it's almost a vert. And then Dane was just like ripping like no pads, which we've talked about before, just different generations of how like I grew up sliding on my knees and there's a way people fall without pads, kind of like sliding on their butts or whatever.
I think once you're committed to like one side, you're kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some people that go back and forth, but I feel like it's just, you have to really be on.
Yeah. And it was something cute you said at the ramp. You were trying to, what was the trick you were trying all day?
That I didn't make?
Yeah.
I was trying 5-0 fakies.
That's right. And you kept saying like, if I get this trick, I'm going to buy this outfit that I want.
Yeah.
And do you do that a lot for yourself? Do you kind of like try to earn stuff like that or no? Or was that just that day? You were thinking about an outfit?
There's just this one outfit that I saw and I really want it. And I I can afford it, but it's not like reasonable for me to afford. Like, I don't know. I have so many other priorities that I shouldn't. I should pass on this outfit, but I don't know.
Are you still thinking about it?
Dude, I think yesterday I almost cried about it.
Are you serious? Where is this outfit? Like, what is it? Just a store that you want to get it from?
Yeah. It's Ghani. It's this like Copenhagen brand, high fashion. And
okay, it's like high-end stuff kind of?
Yeah, and I feel like once you like buy something like that, you can always like resell it or just like keep it forever. It's like made with like better materials. It's not fast fashion.
Yeah.
But it's also like I am in construction and I should have priorities and not this one outfit.
But I respect the fact that you live like that too. Like you feel like you have to like earn it, or not that you don't deserve it, because you do, but like you having your priorities, being like an adulting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, money is like such a funny topic, but I feel like if I can have an experience, I'd rather have experience over things. And then like now I'm like at this point where I'm like, but I want to look like, I want to wear this and like feel really cool. I don't know.
So you're still thinking about it as of yesterday.
Yeah.
That means you have to just do it, man, I think.
Okay, so my new thing is I was like telling Axel, my husband, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy the dress and I still will do the trick, but it's like credit, you know, like you still got to like pay for it.
So you're getting in advance. It's like,
but I'm afraid it's going to sell out.
Yeah.
And like,
how often do you look at this item? Is it online or you have to
it is online. Okay, so there's like, I went to the store and there was like 3 pieces that I want. This like one is like a big part of it, but then the other 2 pieces I'm like, oh, like they've already sold out of like one of them online, and I'm just like, I don't know, that sent me in like
it's
spiral.
Gonna be gone, man, if you keep waiting for it, and then you might regret it the rest of your life.
But you know, it's
just
stuff.
close.
It's just stuff. It doesn't matter, but it's fun to have like something to like be excited about, and I don't know, like just take inspiration wherever,
but maybe work towards it, like
set a goal.
So we have to go back to the ramp soon so you can get this trick, and then hopefully it won't be sold out.
Yeah. I mean, I tried the same trick on another ramp, obviously.
Oh, you did after that?
I didn't do it. I've tried it. I just haven't like committed to it. But it's insane. Like I literally looked at the footage that Dane shot.
Yeah.
There's one where I like have my wheel on the coping and I make it, but then when I try the trick for real, I bail. But it's just like, dude, I went the closest you can go to like making this trick without making it.
Yeah, I was interested to watch you all day, just focused on it. Just getting that one trick.
But I also like, I feel like at that point when we went skating, I was like, today's not the day where I'm like super pushing it. It was like you know how like you can
chill
tell how much
you?
Like battery you have in like mentally or physically. I was like, oh, like I want to skate this. I want to have fun, but this isn't my like go for it day.
Or even get hurt day, or like try not to get hurt.
I mean, there's never a go get hurt day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I watched Till Death Do Us Part 2 after the podcast, after the first time you were on with you and your husband Axel, and I thought it was like beautiful. It was so amazing.
It's such good vibes.
It's
like
such good vibes.
Okay, so that part basically came out because we had so much extra footage from the part I was really working on.
Yeah.
And the part that I was really working on is so serious, and it's like sick in its own way. But then I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just like Axel and I skating together. And that's like the energy and then the music.
Yeah.
My friend Stolen Nova scored it.
Okay.
Like scored the video part, which is like,
it's awesome.
It's not just like taking music that exists. Like he like watched the video part and then made the music to it like a movie.
Yeah. Which
was like really special.
That was really, it was really nice. Are there any other skate couples out there?
I mean, yeah, there's
pros?
definitely I don't know about pros, but there's definitely like couples that skate, but I don't know if any of them have put out a video part together.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. Do you guys ever play skate against each other or anything like that?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
It's fun.
Actually,
I'm always begging Axel I'm like twisting his arm, like, come play skate with me.
Because he's more street, you're more ramp, but still he can do the same kind of tricks. But
the thing is, for him, like, I'm just like learning basic street tricks.
Yeah.
Whereas like he kind of has a good base in both, so that like if I am pushing him to do like a transition trick, it's not a mellow transition trick. Okay. So it's just like, I don't know. For me, it's like I'm trying to get him to teach me a new trick or get me to do something that I haven't done before. Whereas for him, it's like, okay, either I'm going to obliterate him in skate or he's just going to obliterate me.
So you guys both beat each other more than once?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just fun. It's just friendly. You guys are competitive towards each other.
It's not about like beating each other. It's more about like trying to get one of us to do something that we haven't done or.
Yeah. Have you taught him some tricks?
Yeah.
On ramps and stuff?
I mean, I like to think I have.
Yeah. And then you just dropped this footage yesterday. There was the footage jump, episode 14, the birdhouse. that empty water park you said was in Palm Springs. That was incredible. I'm not even sure what that big thing was, what it's called, what they use that for. It's just a big water. Like, what is that?
So I posted a photo on my story of the whole thing, and it's basically like you go up all these stairs, and then there's a water slide.
Yeah.
And you go all the way down, and then it ends in this giant funnel. And so you shoot out, and then you go up, kind of like how we were skating it, where you like come out the tube, go up the big funnel, and then you just like slide back and forth until you like get shot out.
Yeah. It looks scary.
It's big.
Like coming out the little thing you guys would come out, shoot out of that.
That was scary for me. Like I've skated roll-ins, but never one that big. It's like mega ramp level roll-in. Yeah, because it's all just plastic.
Yeah.
And so you just want to go straight. Don't make any slight carves or anything.
Yeah.
And you can feel the plastic flex in between the seams. So
damn.
It's like,
did they put stuff on like Coca-Cola or something like they did back in the day? Make it sticky? Nah.
No, I think they just like ran it. It's such a big space though. It's not like a vert ramp is big, but that's like football field big.
And just seeing the footage, like when you guys get to the top, just how little you are up there too. But you did a frontside air and you did a backside boneless, which was sick.
Thank you. Yeah,
that was sick.
It was fun. I don't know. I don't skate things that big. That's like huge.
That's huge. And then Jaws doing that crazy manual off that one loading dock thing. That was crazy too. And then like his board slide down the actual slide was crazy, man.
I swear that was one of the best days ever. Like
it looked like it.
It was. I felt like, you know, when like a little kid can just like has an idea and just goes and does it, and you're like, this is probably not okay, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
It was like we had permission to skate the park, but it still felt like, can't believe we're here. And like just like I don't know, my favorite. Okay, I loved skating, but skating's also just like it felt really good to like make things, but it's really scary to try. But then we had free reign on the whole park, and so I was just going down all the different water slides, like butt boarding.
Yeah, I saw you doing that too.
And that was so fun. There was like this one where we did a train with like Jaws and Gregson, and then it was like a dark green or black like tunnel, and so we went in there, and then there was just a bunch of spider webs, so whoever was first was just getting blasted.
Wow.
And I don't know, I just like kept laughing. I don't know, it was so I don't know, I felt like such a little kid.
How fast are you going when you butt boarding down? I saw the footage of that. It seems so fast, man.
You kind of have to gauge your speed, because if you go too fast, like you kind of just like shoot up the wall.
Okay.
Which doesn't like really work.
Did you fly out of that if you went too fast, maybe?
I mean, at the end, I like just stopped because it drops off into like a bigger pool. Like you saw like the one where he board slid. It's just like, dude, that's like a big drop. I'm not made for that.
Are you the first people to go there and film stuff there? Or was it there for a long time? Like, who finds something like that, like a park? It's just somebody found out about it or something?
So it's the old Wet n Wild like water park in Palm Springs.
Okay.
And then some surfers bought it. They turned it into a wave pool.
Gotcha.
And so it was that in-between part where they're selling off all the old stuff, because they only care about the wave pool. They don't need the whole like water park setup. And so they let us skate it, and we filmed like a Thrasher episode there too.
Crazy, man.
Or maybe we just got an article. I'd have to like.
And even seeing Hawk like slam. I think Hawk slammed on there. One of the
dude, that was like the first thing that happened.
It was the first thing of the day.
He like died.
It was crazy. He was just laying there. Yeah, it was scary.
Like Gregson almost got squished.
Wow.
Like if you look at it, he like luckily takes a step back and then like is filming him. But I don't know. Imagine like you're not like watching him skate physically. You're just like looking at the screen, and then you see like Tony coming at you, and you take one. I don't know. It's like hard to tell your depth perception when you're looking at a screen.
For sure. And that thing's too big to go like full.
No, people have.
Wow, really?
That's what he was trying.
Wow, dude.
There's like a video.
How high is it? Seems like so high.
There's a video of this other skater, Kevin Kowalski, and he ollies at like 12 o'clock.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Damn, and Riley Hawk was in there too, I think. Yeah, it was sick. That's a beautiful video, man.
Yeah.
And I also watched the Onward video. It might be old though, since I saw you last. The Onward one, a Vans one.
Yeah, so, I mean that one, it's like a year old or year and a half. So that's the one that I was working on, and then all the extra footage from that was Till Death Do Us Part.
Okay, gotcha. And then I watched the I always watched Always Pushing one, the Pushing Past video too, and Danny was in there too.
Yeah, so Vans hit me up for like this project to be released on International Women's Day, and I was like, let's just highlight all the awesome like women in my life that have inspired me.
Yeah. That's awesome. Is there like a sisterhood with women skaters?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like everyone at the skate park is like, oh no.
Oh my God, Stella, sorry. So let's jump through.
Yeah, I feel like with like skaters in general, there's like a huge community bond, but then like females, like the women in skating, there's so many like less of them that like, I don't know, when you meet them, you're like, oh, this is like they're for real.
Yeah, there's not many, right? It's probably like maybe, I think there's 20.
No, there's hundreds. There's like thousands.
Okay.
There's so many girls getting into skating now.
Ones on the spot, like you, like pros and stuff like that. Like
I mean, yeah, pros. It's like you can probably like, I don't know. Hopefully, like there's more than you can count on your fingers and toes now. But
yeah,
it's definitely getting up there. But there's still a lot of room to grow.
And younger girls too, like just killing it too, man.
I feel like we just like have our foot in the door, and like I don't know, any day now it should just get like kicked down.
Do you feel respect from like the male skaters and too like that? Like does this now it's just like a big family? It's like not like have to prove yourself.
I think you always have to prove yourself, but that's
you still feel like that you'd have to prove yourself still?
I mean, I think to myself.
Okay,
I'm always proving myself, but like to other people, I'm like, okay, I don't know. I know where I'm at.
Yeah. But you don't feel like you have to. Yeah.
I think when you first start and you're like trying to make a career, there's like a lot of that, and you just have to like you have to like put your time in. Yeah.
Pay your dues. You say something? What are you doing? Say hi, Mama. Say good morning there. And then also, since I saw you last, I saw you on obviously the cover of Thrasher. That's amazing too. What year was that from?
That was from 2016.
Yeah,
I got surprised with like the cover of Thrasher and my pro board on the same day.
Wow,
that was crazy.
So yeah, it's a big deal to be on Thrasher.
Yeah, like when I first saw it, I was like, this isn't real.
But have there been women on Thrasher before that covers?
Yeah, but the last time was like when I was a baby.
Wow.
Like like I think it was in 1993 or 4 or something.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, and there's only been 2 women before me.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool. Were you doing like a backside air or something on there, or method air?
Method air.
Yeah, sick.
And I lived at that house for a bit.
Oh, where the ramp's at?
Yeah.
Where was that house?
It was in Encinitas.
We talked too about you were like surfing when you lived in San Diego. Now you're more hiking where you live now. Also with stuff we talked about off the podcast, which I always think is interesting, is also we didn't talk about your parents were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. My mom's a Jehovah's Witness.
So is that, for the listeners, do you guys celebrate holidays and stuff like that?
They only
traditional holidays?
No, they don't celebrate any holidays. They just their main thing is like Jesus' memorial.
Okay.
And yeah, no birthdays, no like Christmas.
But what about for you?
I mean, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, and like I don't know, I like to like get together with my friends on my birthday and.
But when you were a kid too, growing up and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I didn't celebrate anything.
Yeah.
But now that I'm like my own adult, I'm my own person. I just like do whatever I want.
But it was no pressure to like live that kind of way, anything like being strict about their religion, or.
I mean, I think I'm sure like my parents still, or my mom still like would love for me to be a part of it, but I just like I'm not there with my life yet.
Yeah. So you never really a religious person?
No.
Yeah. Skateboarding's more like your religion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like I don't know like I don't have like a thing that I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
But I do like, I don't know, there's probably something out there like this is all too great.
I believe that too. I believe there's definitely something out there, I don't know if it's exactly what the world perceives it to be as this one person, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like my dad passed when I was a kid, I feel like he watches over me still, you know what I mean? There's something powerful out there. Especially during the pandemic when the whole world shut down, like Mother Nature and stuff, like putting us on a timeout. That was some real shit, I felt like.
That was awesome in its own way. There's also like the waves of like the heaviness, but I think overall, like for everything to quiet down, it like gave us great perspective.
Yeah, it really did. Like just like, and hopefully woke people up to be, I don't know, looking at themselves or their health or the planet, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of connecting people.
Yeah.
What about and then we talked also like, obviously you have no tattoos. Is there a reason for no tattoos?
I just never imagined myself with tattoos.
Yeah.
And I feel like anytime I think of something, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just like change like I don't know. I just like so many different things that like I don't know, like what my aesthetic would be. It'd just be like crazy. And I'm like, oh, like there's so many other ways that I express myself so that I also don't like needles. I really don't like needles.
Neither do I. It's weird to say that.
Yeah.
I know. It's so crazy saying that. Like, I hate the doctors. I hate all that stuff. The dentist too. I never liked until obviously Hada. But yeah, I'm not a big needle fan either. And it's weird when I think about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally covered in tattoos and it's a needle, but I don't think about it like that. I hear the machine going, the vibration, the sound. It's probably part of my addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like part of the whole process. But yeah, when you say it like that, I don't like needles, but then, yeah. But now there's like these tattoo machines where I got tattooed recently where it's almost like a big fat Sharpie with no cord and has no sound. It vibrates with no sound and it's like a single needle thing. It's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
I had it done on my neck recently and it just felt like nothing. It was like, I don't know. But yeah, your husband's got tattoos. We were talking about that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think tattoos are cool. I'm not like against them.
Yeah.
I just like...
It's kind of cool you don't.
Nowadays, it's crazy because I feel like it's more counterculture to not have tattoos.
It is.
It's like a statement.
100%.
But I don't. That's not why I don't have tattoos.
But especially like being a skateboarder in your industry too. Like everybody's just tatted up, it seems. Not having that.
Yeah, it's definitely a part of the culture.
You need to get a hair company, hair dye company. We're talking about that too.
Yeah, it's my dream.
That's your dream. Because you're always changing your color. You're always changing your hair up.
I am. And it's funny because I go to the salon and then they like recently she like asked me, she's like, do you have something in mind or like what's your thing? And I'm just like, I don't know. It just keeps growing into the next thing. I don't. So there's like good periods and bad periods. And sometimes I need to go through like a really horrible period to like know what direction I want to go in.
You've had all kinds of colors. You had bleached, obviously green, everything, right? Crazy colors.
I've had a lot of cool colors.
Yeah.
And then like bleach was like the first, like, I don't know. I recently just did that for the first, like blonde. I recently did for the first time.
Blonde
and then
roots.
Because I had that, I had the option to go red because when you're like on the cooler spectrum, it's really hard to go to like the warm spectrum. Just the colors don't like.
Yeah.
You've
been dyeing your hair for years?
Yeah, I think I really started like 2014, so like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was like a point where people like started recognizing me because I was like the girl with blue hair.
Wow.
Like I'd skated before then, but like I don't know, apparently it wasn't that memorable. maybe I just was talented by that. I don't know. It was like a mix.
So when you started dyeing people, okay, that's yeah. But you always change it up and keep it one style. I
was stuck on blue for a while.
Yeah,
but I think it was just really nice with my skin tone.
Yeah, blue's great. I love blue. So yeah, I think that's totally doable. I think if anybody could do that. Have your own hair dye line. You have any names or anything or ideas for it or no?
I mean, I have some ideas, but
so
I feel like
really thinking about.
I feel like I have to like go on like the copyright and just like check if anything's available. That's like a whole other process.
Yeah. And then do you use like, we talked before, Manic Panic, that's like the most famous OG one.
Yeah, I mean, they're the classic, but I don't know, I'm not stuck to like one brand.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's like organic and all different kinds now that are more healthier for your hair or whatever like that, right?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't jumped in that deep about like the different types, but I should. I want to.
I'm putting it out that you should do a Good Die Young collab. Haley, if you're listening, homie. It'll be awesome. I think it'd be great.
I'm open to it.
That'd be super sick. Also, you're drinking your greens, I saw too.
Dude, I love. Every day I'm drinking athletic greens.
You were on there. You were on them before, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Danny was Danny.
She's on them too.
Yeah, she like gave them to me for the first time, and I was like, after that, I've just been hooked. And same with Axel.
He's on them too.
Yeah, like
it's just so easy.
I think I've maybe missed like just shy of a handful of days since I started in like December or something.
Yeah.
And Axel, I don't think he's missed a day.
It's just easy in the morning. It's just like I take them when I travel. It's like it's at the travel packs. It's like then you know that for the day you got all your nutrition, all the nutrients you need. You know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're traveling, it's super hard.
I mean, you just make it work.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is what it is.
Another thing we talked about when we were skating was we kept talking about Dr. Hada and the dentist. You looking for a dentist? You're like, I don't want to talk about it when I'm skating because I had a fear of dentists growing up. And but
I don't like hearing about like worst like slams and like I don't know like horror stories, especially when I'm skating because it's just like if I'm like in the wrong headset, then I just like can't skate.
Yeah. But the dentist was never really your thing anyway.
No. But also like I slammed like in my favorite pool, broke my front teeth, and then like had to go to the dentist and get them fixed, which like obviously I want them fixed, but it's just like not a fun thing. You're just like, your face is just like all bloody anyway.
Yeah.
Like cut open. Like I like smashed open
trauma
my lip.
to it.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you. You went to Hada. That's awesome.
It was cool.
Yeah, you went by yourself. You just rolled up, and yeah, it's awesome. He was
Pretty
stoked.
much.
He was really stoked. I was stoked too. I was like, oh my god, she showed up. She went. But also, I think you said his friend Mullen designed your shoe or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Small world, man.
I feel like, I mean, it is all Orange County, so
True.
Like, I guess it makes sense, but it's just crazy, like finding out like just totally different worlds.
Yeah, and there's so many. He has so many skaters as clients too. There, a whole bunch of people. Also, your love for plants. It was cool at the ramp where we were skating. I would point out all the plants surrounding the ramp. You knew every plant what it was.
I mean, all
That's
the plants
pretty amazing.
you pointed out, I happen to know.
Yeah. But then my wife, we were walking, I sent you a picture of it too. Like, I love your love for plants. It's crazy, man. It's actually inspiring me, maybe me and my wife, to do some more stuff in the backyard, like planting, even vegetables too, though, for sure, like a garden.
I want to show you my yard when it's done.
Yeah,
they're pouring concrete today.
Awesome.
And then they're going to like, I don't know, get it all set up. And I'm going to have 2 veggie beds. So I'm going to have like, actually, okay, one's going to be a flower bed.
You know how to make the veggie breads? You can show us how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've tried to grow a couple plants and they've died. My wife's way better at that, but it'd be cool to learn how to do that because I have so much room in my backyard to do that. And also just like growing your own vegetables is kind of sick in LA too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it just like tastes so much better. Like the first time I grew my own bell peppers, I was like, the stuff that I bought at the store tasted nothing like this.
Really?
Like it was that crazy.
Wow.
And after that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm like gonna grow my bell peppers and I'm gonna like make like Cuban beans and make soup and stuff.
So what kind of veggies you gonna have? And what's like the easiest vegetable to grow you think that I wouldn't kill?
I don't know. Okay, so like, okay, I will say people are like, oh my God, tomatoes are the easiest things. I kill tomatoes.
Okay.
I like can't grow tomatoes for like the life of me.
Yeah.
So it's just like finding what works. And it's also maybe like depending on the sun pattern in your backyard and where the bed is, different plants will do better or worse. So
yeah, tomatoes, I would do like kale for sure.
Kale's really like easy. It's like very hardy.
Okay.
So
that's
that
easy to grow?
Yeah.
How about lettuce?
Lettuce, I think, depending on what type, you could be okay, but I think a lot of bugs like eating it.
Cucumbers.
I've grown cucumbers. You just have to remember to like cut them. Oh, like, I don't know, people like will just like let them grow and then they just get filled with water, but you kind of have to like chop them early.
Yeah.
So you have to know when to do it.
So it's a lot of responsibility to grow vegetables and keep an eye on them and stuff.
No, it's just like an experiment. Like you're just out there and you like look every day. You got to be curious about it, see what's happening in the garden. I don't know. It's more like, think of it as something like fun and like it could work, it could not work.
Yeah.
And if it works, like cool, but if it doesn't work, it's not because you're a bad gardener. It's just like something about the conditions for this plant. Like it wasn't happy
and the soil
about.
too counts.
Yeah.
The ground counts too. But also just like, it's probably therapeutic too, like just to do stuff like that and grow stuff. And
I mean, it's good for you. Just like, you know, digging in the backyard, just like looking at what you got. There's probably like butterflies and cool things coming there. There's like probably bugs eating your plants and
That's
you're just
right.
like got to pull those guys off. And
yeah, then like all like the nature that surrounds it and all that stuff it will bring to the backyard too as well.
yeah. Or maybe like you get lettuce and maybe you find out there's like rabbits next door that like jump over to your house and then they're like eating your food, which maybe you're like, well, I can't eat it, but it's kind of cool. You get to see rabbits now.
That's true. What if some other ones would come and eat it, baby? Squirrels, maybe, yeah.
Squirrels.
Raccoons.
Definitely raccoons. I don't know. I haven't grown.
You gotta protect it too then somehow. Put like I don't know.
Yeah, you can do like, they have like the cages and stuff, but like to me, it's like I'm not relying on my backyard food to like sustain me. It's more just like if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, then just try again.
Yeah. It's crazy that like, I know we mentioned this in the first thing, like during the pandemic, how like everything in the shelves was completely cleared off except it was all the vegetables were left. Nobody touched the vegetables. It was so weird, man.
Dude, that's
that
ironic.
nobody was thinking about like
the fresh stuff.
Yeah, just like the healthiness of vegetables and like just, you know, like salads and stuff.
You can also like pickle like fresh veggies too. Not salad, but
Pickle
like
them?
Yeah, you could just like pickle carrots. You can pickle cabbage. You could pickle peppers.
You know how to do all that stuff? Yeah.
No, but there's the internet. You just like you have all that
You learn
information. You have all that information within like 2 seconds.
You learn about a lot of stuff on the internet?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I'll ask my friends or I'll like go on the internet or I'll just like try it. there's things where like, I don't know, there's this one plant I have growing at my ramp and people are like, people always kill this plant and they like put it on a water line and like it just dies. So like no one should buy this plant. And I was just like, it's crazy because I have this water plant. It's on a water line and
It's fine.
I didn't do anything special. I don't know what I'm doing. I just did it. And if I had read these things, maybe I'd be like, ooh, I'm probably going to kill this thing. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I did it and it survived. So
It worked. What about cactus?
I like cactus.
Yeah.
I have a couple. I was really into them for a second.
Yeah, cactus are interesting, man. Like, what's the purpose of a cactus, do you think, in the world? I'm just wondering.
What's the purpose?
I'm just like a cactus because it's like spiky, it's like dangerous, they look beautiful, obviously, but like I'm just wondering like what kind of bugs.
Let's think about where they grow.
Yeah.
So like
desert,
most cactus are in the desert and it's like a harsh environment and they also like store a lot of water behind their thorns.
True.
And so if they didn't have those thorns, they would probably be eaten up and they'd be gone in 2 seconds. And so they have these thorns and it allows them to keep growing, but then they also like put out flowers and fruit and sustain in other ways. And sometimes animals will even like, I've seen like, what's it called? Like owls like living in like a cactus.
Really?
Because they'll like the big like saguaro.
Those big cactuses.
Yeah, they'll like burrow out like a little hole and like have a nest in there and it protects them.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, everything's all connected.
Yeah, like there's a reason why it adapted to have those certain things.
Yeah. That's so crazy, man. You're right. It's like it's not just about the plant, like what its purpose is. It's like who's surviving on it, who's living in it, who's safe in it, all that stuff.
Yeah, there's like symbiotic and like there's all these like relationships. I was gonna say
That's crazy.
There's parasitic relationships too.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's plants that live off other plants or there's like bugs that live off other bugs.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. So you're always like trying to learn things and
not trying, it's just like I'm just curious.
About the world.
Yeah.
Still learning, still reading. Do you read a lot too?
I go in phases.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge reader.
Me, I'm a terrible reader.
I'm more of like a hands-on visual learner.
Hands-on visual.
Like I need to go out there, I need to see it happen.
Yeah.
And then I also like hear like my friends tell me about it, or if like there's something that I should really read, like if I'm feeling inspired, I'll sit down.
Yeah. Do you have a good attention span reading stuff?
If I'm interested in the material, like I like just like I'm addicted.
Yeah. If you love it, you keep. Yeah.
Like it'll be to the point where it's like I probably need to do other stuff, but like I really want to know what's gonna happen.
That's good. Yeah. You get like enthralled into the book, whatever. Yeah. It's like you want to go to the next chapter and keep going. I like audiobooks too.
Audiobooks are fun, especially for like drives.
Drives or flying or something. Yeah. I have to get back on my reading, man. My attention's like on, if I focus on it, like my therapist gave me a book about, it's called, Grandchildren of Alcoholic Grandparents or something. I haven't even looked at it yet, but it's something I should be reading. It's kind of probably dark and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it. I'm not opening it. It's weird. I gotta do it. Maybe I'm scared I'm going to find in there or something. I don't know.
I think there's some things that, I don't know, you just have to kind of get into and you don't know like if it's, I don't know. I feel like there's just stuff that like some things are like really easy to just like jump in and like it's like addictive to read, and there's other things where it's like not the most fun to read, but it's really wholesome and it's just good to know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
That's a wow. I've never been asked that ever on this podcast. That's a really hard question because I don't read that many books, man. I'm trying to book a read in my life.
So it should be easy.
I know.
There's not that many to choose from.
There's a book called Chopper that I read a long time ago. There's 3 different books on Chopper. You heard about a guy named Chopper from Australia?
No, tell me a little.
He was like a hitman kind of person. That was I like shit like that. Also the one about the Nike dude I read recently, which is really good. Who created the Nike? Who started it? Something Knight, and how that swoosh was sold for like less than $20. So they paid the girl less than $20 who drew it. That's crazy too.
I mean, back then it probably wasn't worth anything.
I know. It's
crazy. Like they had to do all this other stuff to like build it up. The empire.
Yeah. Would you want to start your own brand or anything?
Yeah, I do.
Clothing line and stuff like that?
I mean, not clothing. I mean, I do like clothes, but I feel like it's just such a fast-paced industry.
It is.
And like I have so many other interests, and I think to be in that world, that has to be your whole world.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, man, invested in it. Especially if you're focusing on skating and just everything else, like your house and life and your husband and planting and living and eating. But yeah, I could see you having like your own line too. I mean, you have your stuff with Vans. And stuff, right?
Yeah, I design clothes with them, and then they get to figure out the back end of how to like manufacture. And I also have a lot of friends that own their own like clothing brands or streetwear brands, which is cool.
Yeah, it's just it's such a crazy world with all that stuff, all the brands, and so many of them now, and the streetwear and all that stuff. And is it still a thing? Like, I know Supreme was huge, and there's so many hundreds, and Diamond, and I have so many friends who started brands and still do them for such a long time. But like, I feel like now too, it's almost like, I feel like a lot of kids in Max's age, they're all into like thrifting. They're not really caring about like fancy brands anymore. Like he was all Supreme when he was a kid.
I mean, as a younger person, if you don't come from money, it's like that's the closest thing you can get to like
totally,
I don't know, something stylish.
100%.
And also it like requires creativity, and you get to like, I don't know, if you thrift something, it's going to be hard for the next person to find that same thing.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's like he went from totally being all about the other stuff as a kid to now it's just like whatever, like going to thrift stores in New York and Austin and vintage spots. I think that's cool, man.
I mean, also, I think with thrifting, it's like there's regular like thrifting, and then there's like vintage thrifting, and then it gets like, I don't know, it goes from like cheap to like crazy expensive.
You're right. There's some spots in Melrose like super high-end thrift stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever go to Buffalo Exchange?
Yeah.
You ever sell stuff there before?
I have. I usually go to
so
Crossroads.
Weird. Crossroads is my
wife.
Because
that's like where there's one close to my house. And then I also go to like Wasteland.
Yeah, both those are good. But sometimes selling stuff at those places, it's like...
I really don't like selling. It's like, I'd rather just go to the thrift store and, Okay, also, I get a lot of my stuff for free. And so it's like, I'm not necessarily trying to make money
totally.
off of like the stuff I'm getting for free.
I'm going to donate it.
I would, I'll take it to like a thrift store where, you just give it away and maybe get a tax write-off.
Yeah.
I literally don't even grab the slips because...
I don't do that either. I just drop it there. Yeah.
But I think it's cool that it'll go to someone that like needs it.
100%. Because you must get so much stuff sent to you.
Yeah.
Like crazy stuff.
I mean, also, I will just drop stuff off at the skate park if it's like skate shoes or like skate product. Because if I do that at the thrift store, like people, I don't know, like skate shoes at the thrift store, if they're, I don't know. I actually throw away my like really skated shoes because they're like horrible.
Yeah, they're all
like it's just like not good. But anything that I wore once or like didn't wear, I'll just go to the skate park.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think that's awesome. Is there are you like picky about what kind of brands you align yourself with?
Yeah, I mean, I just
or represent.
I'm head to toe Vans.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll like get other clothes just to have. Like Vans doesn't make like workout wear. There's certain things that they like
for sure.
Maybe they make a dress, but like if I need a formal dress, like I need to go buy that. And so because I don't have to buy like many of my clothes, I will just like save up and like get something nice that I can like, I don't know, enjoy.
Like this outfit that you want.
Yeah, like the outfit I want.
I just realized that when you said that because all your shit is free. You're right. So you can buy something like that. You can, you work hard. It's not Vans. Like Vans doesn't make the thing. It's interesting. What about Nikes? You don't wear Nikes and that stuff.
I don't wear Nikes.
Did you ever skate them before? No.
I skated one pair.
Yeah, you're Vans.
And it was like a pair that it was a hand me down.
Okay.
Like growing up, I just like if anyone gave me clothes, like that was the coolest stuff I could get.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go shopping for clothes.
But Vans for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. They have your own shoe. It's awesome, man.
I mean, when I first started skating, I was wearing Converse.
Those are crazy to skating.
I mean, when I first started skating, there wasn't skate shoes in my size.
Okay.
Because the smallest size that they would make is like a men's 7.
Okay.
And I'm just under that. And so like there was no skate options for me. It just like regular shoes, whatever brand.
Wow. Didn't they make skate highs back then for girls? That's crazy.
I mean, there's like the two lines. So there's skate highs, but then there's the like pro skate highs with like the better materials, the better insole.
Yeah.
More durable.
Wow. Converse are gnarly, man. It's like really kind of ankle support in the high ones, but it's like...
I mean, I just wanted like moccasins. I wanted to be like as close to barefoot as I could.
Skating?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when people like are like, oh, your shoes are so thin, or like, I don't know, they like wear out. So like some people say they wear out fast. Other people say they like wear them for months. And it just really depends on like how you're like what you're doing with them.
How hard are you skating them too? Or, yeah.
But for me, like, I just want to be able to go. I don't want to like that first part where I can just go like... I'm going to have like another pair of these come out next season in a new colorway. And the fact that I can just like wear them straight out of the box, like this is amazing.
That's so sick.
But obviously, like if I was on the other end, like I need my shoes to last for a while because I didn't have my parents couldn't afford to keep buying me shoes like every month.
Yeah, I saw the flowered ones you posted the other day. They were so sick. When I was like so bummed they're not available anymore.
Yeah,
they make those again, maybe something. I don't know. They were so cool.
I hope so.
They came out last year?
I think so. I'd have to like look at the tag.
You designed those?
I did. I specifically was like, I need this print, and it's because
so good.
It's a print that I'd seen on another shoe, so I know that somewhere out there they like sell this like in rolls, and so I had them track it down, and they were able to do it, and I was so stoked because the shoes before that I wore, I like was obsessed.
Yeah.
Because the way the print is on it, like it's not just like a regular screen print, like it like has like a different texture and like sheen, and it looks like, to me it looks really elevated.
Yeah, those are really. When you posted, I thought it was something new. I was like, oh my God. But the white ones are cool too. And they're all pretty canvas, right? They're all pretty much.
Yeah. And with the white, I wanted a white pair in canvas so that like people can draw on them or like.
Or dye them.
Or like spray paint them, dye them.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Like do whatever. Like it's a blank canvas.
I thought about doing it in pink maybe.
That'd be sick.
And I feel like a lot of the stuff in Vans is synthetic anyway. I think that their suede's not even real suede. It's cool in Vans. If you're like a vegan, you go to Vans.com, you can punch in vegan, and it tells you all the stuff the shoes are made out of. It's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
I think it's cool that they're mostly canvas. But canvas, I mean, I know suede lasts longer for skateboarding, but yeah, man. What's next in your life? What's next coming up for you?
Tonight I'm leaving for New York.
Tonight?
Yeah.
To go out there and skate?
Yeah, tomorrow there's a women's clinic, and
awesome.
It's just like a couple different like what's it called, like crews like meeting up, and we're gonna like take over a space.
Sick. That's awesome.
Like Women's History Month.
That's so cool. Do you fly solo?
I'm going with friends. Okay. So like Axel's going, and
awesome.
then
cool.
Mommy Tezuka's going.
That's cool.
Ronnie Sandoval's going.
Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I love it.
You like flying?
I mean, I don't mind flying. It's not like my favorite, but just going to new places and experiencing different cultures is like, I could do that forever. It's
incredible. Yeah. And you do what you love and travel and do that and get paid. It's awesome, dude. How long are you in New York for?
Just like less than 24 hours.
That's it?
I'm like flying out the next morning, like early.
Wow. Are you gonna street skate out there? Like, or just hit, what are you gonna do out there?
Besides
that,
I get
there.
Are there
places to skate? Is there a park out there, indoor parks there?
There's the Van skate space.
Okay.
But there's also the Chelsea Piers skate park with a big bowl on the, what's it called? On the water.
On the water, yeah.
But it's crazy because if you look at most of the parks in New York, they're really small. Like they're all like street plazas. And it's because there's this ordinance that like structures can't be like above a certain height.
Oh, really?
And so like for the skate park with Chelsea Piers, because it's on the water, that ordinance doesn't apply, and so they could do like a big bowl.
Wow. How big's the bowl?
It's big. I don't know, like 12
or 13. You try to skate it when you're there?
It might be cold. I don't know what the weather's like. I think it's like in the 30s.
Oh, it's not out. It's not inside?
Well, okay. Like the Chelsea Piers Park is just a park I like.
Okay.
The skate event is like at the indoor Van skate space.
Okay. Yeah, it's cold as hell out there. It's like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Do you like the winter?
I like visiting winter.
Yeah, me too. Just like one day there is good. Yeah.
I mean, here it's like in winter in California is like European summer.
Dude. What's it, like 60s maybe cold, or it's not really, it was getting cold a couple months ago.
It can get to like 30s and 40s depending on where you're at, but
yeah,
it's not like during the day the sun still comes out. Like there it's like, I don't know, in some places it's just like dark
all day. It's so depressed. I couldn't imagine that, dude. Could you live anywhere else besides California, you think?
It's definitely been something that Axel and I talk about.
Oh, because he's from Belgium.
Yeah.
Like going back and forth or something. Belgium's cool too, but the winter there too. I don't know, man.
I think the thing is, like, for our jobs, like, we're definitely just out here. But then, like, I don't know, if we had kids, like, I feel like it'd be so cool if they're, like, could learn, like, Flemish, could learn, like, another language, could go to school somewhere else and just, like, experience like a different culture.
That'd be awesome.
But obviously California is always going to be my home, and I think like I don't think I could picture myself living somewhere else forever.
I know.
But I feel like for a few years it could be like a really good experience.
Yeah, or to go back and forth and see his family, his grandparents, and the kid. You know, that'd be awesome. You can go back and forth easy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can see you living in Belgium for like, even just being there for a couple months. What's the longest you stayed there?
So I was like jumping around, but I was like there for like 4 months last year. But the thing is, I was like, I have his family, but like I don't have my own community out there.
Yeah.
And that was really hard. I love them obviously, but like I definitely need like my people or like my own friends.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, maybe our in between is like going to like Copenhagen or like Malmo, because there's so much fun stuff to skate. And I don't know, like it'd be sick. And I have Finnish citizenship, so it's easy for me to like live over there.
It's nice there too, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years.
That'd be the dream, but I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I think it's also like very ambitious to like move anywhere else. Like I know Axel moved here, but to like, I don't know, have a family and like uplift your roots, it's like kind of crazy.
It is, yeah. That's a big deal. He came here though. It's true love.
I mean, he was gonna move here before he met me anyway.
But okay, well, leaving your family and all that, just to, you know what I mean? It's like,
no, it's a lot.
It's a lot, man.
I think also just to like be in skateboarding and have come from not Southern California, there's really like an extra like layer of work that you have to do. Like you can't just be like good, you have to like be really good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have the talent, but then if you're from somewhere else, I feel like you just have to work twice as hard.
Yeah. And if you live there, yeah, you can live there because you have so much stuff here. Just everything's here, but you can also travel, and I don't know. There's not one thing holding you to California except for your love of California and your house and
my community skateboarding, the weather.
That's true.
Those are the things. But then I think with the internet, with like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You figure it out.
Yeah. I'm excited for your future, man. It'd be awesome to see what happens with you and become a mom one day or move somewhere someday. Or
we'll see.
It's exciting. You're still so young. You have so much stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love it.
Anything big you got planned for this year?
This year, I have a couple things in line. Obviously, I just put out that Vans piece, which I'm really proud of. And I'm working on a gallery, or what's it called? Like an exhibition in Finland. It's going to open up in May.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that'll be cool.
What's in the exhibition? What's in it? Photos and stuff, or?
It's a bunch of stuff. It's like an overview of like different things from my career. And then also
about your life. Okay.
Like the main thing is that like the whole exhibition, there's like multiple exhibits, not just me. I'm not the only one being featured. Like Arto Sari will be there too, and like he's doing a photo gallery. But it's like it's at the Alvar Aalto Museum, and like he is basically like the father of like pool skating, or like not pool skating, but he like designed the first organic shaped pool.
Oh wow, okay.
And then his design was like, you know, copied and then like brought out here, and now like there's a bunch of like, you know, organic shaped pools put out like kidneys and amoebas and like all these different things, and that like led to like a whole that like was the start of transition skateboarding, like when they found those pools and they realized they could skate them in the 70s.
So organic pool, for the listeners, what does that mean? It's not, is it like a normal swimming pool for the listeners, or?
So before Alvar Aalto designed organic shaped pools, like pools were not skatable. They didn't have transition. Or like they weren't. Yeah.
It was just straight up. It was just like walls. It wasn't like any transition. Okay, I got you. Okay.
It was like a square, like maybe a circle, but like there was no transition. Transition is basically everything from like flat to like vertical.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at like a corner, everything, like all the stuff in between. Like, you know, in math, when you're doing like geometry and you're like trying to find the radius of stuff.
Maybe.
That's all considered transition.
Okay. Were you good at math?
When I need to be.
Yeah, I was not good at math, but I know what you're saying from the skateboard. Yeah, the transition. Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if there's people that like, I'm sure there's people that make pools in their houses that are skaters, that are skatable and swimmable. I'm sure that's been happening, right?
That happens.
Yeah. And you have a pool too, right?
I do have a pool.
But it's not organically shaped.
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I have a skatable pool, but it's
so
like
cool.
not made for skating. It's
okay.
It's a Blue Haven, and we skated it because we're redoing it. We're getting the plaster refinished because it's just old. And
that's sick.
Yeah, we're like getting it finished now, and it's gonna be a swimmer, not a skater.
Okay.
So the thing is, like, I could like empty my pool and skate it, but it just compromises the plaster and basically means that you have to like redo the plaster sooner than if you just left it just a swimmer.
Yeah. Okay. And grinding the coping, all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I think grinding the coping is just like aesthetics. Like you have like grind marks, and then like if you're skating at like a ton, maybe like it starts getting worn down. But that doesn't affect like the water staying in the pool or not.
No. Just look kind of yeah.
But I don't know. Also, like Axel and I skate, we're not gonna be like, oh my god, those grind marks so ugly. I'll be like, no, those are my grind marks.
That's true. Pool coping's so sick.
It is.
Oh my god.
My vert ramp has pool coping.
Really?
Yeah. You got to come check it out.
I know, before it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be there for a little bit longer?
It's going to be there for a while.
But it's bigger than Mike's, though.
It is, but it's it's and just as gentle. It's like not...
Kind of same transitions, or...
So, I feel like my ramp would be easier for like Mike to air on than like his own ramp, because he has to like... You guys have to like pull off the wall.
You're right.
Whereas like my ramp, like you can use the coping to bonk, and it's not, I don't have that much vert. Like most vert skaters that see my ramp are like they just like,
it's like a mini ramp to them.
It's just like not big enough for them. Okay. Whereas like people that skate parks and pools see my ramp and they're like, oh, this is like a fun like vert ramp because I can just instantly start skating it and I don't have to get used to like giant transitions.
Yeah, it's not like Tony's ramp or something.
Like Tony's ramp, you're like, it's a whole nother like.
Is that intimidating to you at all now?
No, I skated there so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm like doing the roll-in or like gonna go over the gap, that's like.
The gap is crazy.
I gotta like mentally like prep and be like, okay, I'm gonna go.
How wide is that gap? Like 8 feet maybe?
It's 8 feet.
It's crazy.
And the roll-in's like 16 feet or more. Dude. It's crazy.
And then how much vert you think that has? 2 feet?
I don't know. I don't like ever like pay attention to like how verty something is. Yeah. I'm just like, I look at it and I know like how it feels. But like when you start saying numbers, I'm just like, you're like speaking another language. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that the biggest ramp you skated was Hawks?
No, there's definitely bigger ramps.
Okay.
The biggest ramp I've skated is probably like, I don't know, like the mega quarter pipe or something.
Okay, yeah. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, the mega quarter pipe, like I've dropped in on it and like done like tricks on it, but I just like, you're up there and it's like, okay, you're like looking down and it just like goes down forever.
It's not,
And then you drop in and you're just like, it's the slowest drop in where you're just like, okay, I'm still not at the bottom yet.
You never get scared skating?
I do.
So get nervous kind of?
It just depends. Like, I mean, especially if I'm trying something new and it's like, you're just trying to like trick yourself into like making like a new trick. Like everything else is like, no, you haven't done this before. Like, what could happen? You could go like, this could go wrong.
Yeah.
You're trying to like.
But you're pretty like,
I just get into my own zone. I'm like quiet about it, but like in my head, I'm just like trying not to let like the thoughts, like the bad thoughts cloud. That's why when you were talking about like the like slamming or the dentist or something, I was like, I can't hear right now. Like, I want to make this trick, and if I'm thinking about slamming, like I'll just be distracted and like.
No, it's true. You get in your head about it, right?
Yeah. Also, like, what's it called when you like are thinking the worst case scenario?
Yeah.
It's like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you keep thinking it's gonna happen, like
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, man. Well, speaking of that, well, not mentioned it, but when I had Travis Barker on the podcast, he talked about what you just said about his whole life. He thought he was going to get in a plane crash. He was always scared of flying his whole entire life. And he said that he manifested getting in a plane crash. That's fucking crazy, man. So it could be a totally opposite. It could be something positive or negative in your life. But when you said that, I was like, it's the first time anybody said this to me about something negative. Like that could it actually happen to him. It's kind of crazy, man. So only say things out loud. I try not to say things out loud that aren't negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep it positive, put it out there in the world, right? So like,
I mean, that's when people ask me like, oh, what are you working on? Or is there any trick that you want to do? Like, I don't even want to say it out loud because like, yes, I want to do it, but I feel like if I say I like, I don't know, like I want to do it and I don't do it, I feel like I'm disappointing myself.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's just
like
if you
say it out loud and you don't do it. Yeah. Probably that day too, you kept going for that trick. You want to, yeah.
Just like another zone. I feel like also like you want to, I hyper focus. So I'm like, I don't know, I just like tried to quiet all the noise.
Were you bummed at yourself that day for not landing that trick?
No, because I knew that was like a day where I was like low energy and like I wanted to go skate so bad, but like some days you just like, you're tired or like you're just not all there.
I need to see a high energy Lizzie day. If that's low energy that day, like high energy going off, like.
Yeah. I had a really good day skating last Saturday.
Where'd you skate?
I skated the Van skate park, and I just skated the vert ramp, and I don't know, I'll show you my clips that I got, but I was really stoked. I skated from like 2 or 3 to like 7.
Damn. Got a bunch of good tricks and all that stuff. Yeah.
And then I ate Indian food after and was like, that was a good day.
That's a perfect day for you. Good food, good skating, good session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like good people.
Yeah. That's a good life.
It's fun.
You're living a dream. It's nice.
I am. I think I am until I like go into meetings and want to like go to sleep. I don't know. Like I'm tired or I don't want to deal with this.
Are you drinking water?
Mm-hmm.
You had coffee today?
I don't really drink coffee that much.
No, that was on my list. I was asking you that. You don't really do that.
I'm a tea person.
Yeah.
I almost stopped and got a tea before I came here.
What kind of tea?
Green tea?
Yeah, green tea's good. That's a good caffeine.
When I saw Dr. Hada, he was like asking me about like everything. I was like, oh, like I probably need to redo my front teeth because I slammed and it's just like about that time for them. And the other part I was like, yeah, and my teeth are just like stained from drinking a lot of tea.
Tea does that? I thought coffee does it worse. You have good teeth though. Your teeth are white, girl.
Thank you.
But like I think coffee does it worse. Like does it more staining. I don't know.
But I don't drink coffee that much.
What about matcha? Is that like
matcha's green tea?
Didn't know that. Matcha
I mean, all of those
tea?
things are acidic, so I just assume that's. I don't know. This is a good Hada question. You need to like grill him on this.
I know.
Like what is it? Like the acidity makes your teeth brown or what? And also I've seen a thing where it's like just because you have white teeth doesn't mean they're stronger than like if you have stained teeth. Yeah, or healthier. So I don't know.
Yeah, Hada's teeth are like perfect.
Yeah.
Dude. Dr. Hada. We call him Dr. Hada. He's got a mini ramp too.
Yeah, he told me. It's so sick.
It's so
he,
crazy.
Like, skates with his kids.
Yeah. I'm so proud
he
of
you. He was like telling me that like he's like, oh, they're like older, they're like 14 and 16. I was like, I started skating when I was 14, so
yeah.
It's not like they're like over the hill or something. Obviously it's like later, but you know, if you're like into something and passionate and you just go like all in, like you can still, it's never too late.
You think kids are starting way earlier than that skating?
I mean, most of the people that are pro or like that I'm skating with, like they've been skating since they were like babies.
It's crazy, man. Like 7, 6, even younger, right?
Yeah, even younger.
Wow.
I mean, there are people that are like 7, 6. There's,
you wish you started skating earlier?
No, I mean, like I'm happy with where I'm at.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
I think you always wish like you had more time, but like the time is now. I have more time.
If you didn't find skating, what do you think you would end up doing?
I don't know, like something creative, or maybe that'd just be my hobby. Just like try to figure out. I don't know. I was probably like, oh, maybe I'll just like do what my mom does. She like is an engineer and builds like audio, video, broadcast studios, and she could like point me in the right direction.
And she skates. It was cool seeing her in that one clip. Was your mom talking in that clip, the van scene that came out yesterday? Yeah, your mom.
Yeah, she's the first one that talks.
Yeah, it was so cool, man. Your mom's awesome.
She's sweet. She's good energy.
Yeah, she is. She's so supportive too.
She is.
She's rocking the Lizzie Vans.
Of course.
So cool. That's so cool. Well, this has been awesome, and that's why I wanted to have you back on, just because I know you now, and like I feel like this for the listeners. After this part, you can listen to the first time we had the interview. But I don't know. I just think you're. I like your energy.
Thank you.
You're very chill, but you have a good energy.
I feel like I'm chill, but I'm like, oh no, I'm like doing a bunch of things. Like I'm very like driven. Yeah.
I need to see a high energy skate session. I'm not
like, it's not, I don't know. When I have caffeine, that's like the highest energy I get. But like,
you drink caffeine before you skate?
No. I can't skate and have caffeine. I just get jittery. Although wait, I did. Okay. Last Saturday when we skated, I had caffeine before. But like in the past, it's always been like not good.
I think maybe that's why the session was.
No, I think I was just like so hyped to like skate with like cool people.
Yeah.
That's always good energy.
Well, have fun in New York. That's going to be fun. It's going to be freezing out there. You have winter clothes? You have
Vans, puffy jackets?
I know you have to, yeah. I do like doing that. I did miss that. When we were in New York a couple weeks ago, it was just like bundle up and like, I don't know. I like that.
You get cozy.
Yeah.
And then like when you go into places, it's all warm and like,
I know.
Feels good. Also, cold is so good for you, you know.
It is.
Cold plunge.
I know. You have the cold pool.
I have the cold pool.
You gotta get you a plunge though.
I don't know. I need a jacuzzi.
You want a jacuzzi before you get a plunge?
Well, I don't think we need a plunge because the pool is cold, and I don't think we're gonna like heat the pool.
Okay.
And we also have like a outdoor shower, so you can just like do cold water.
I have that too. That's great. Cold shower. Yeah.
I don't know.
We want a
And
jacuzzi.
and I have like, you know, there's these like tubs that you buy on like Amazon, and it's like you can just fill those with water and throw ice in.
That's
I'm
true.
so low tech sometimes.
DIY shit.
Yeah, like I feel like don't reinvent the wheel.
No, it's true. How important is stretching to you? Like actually stretching. I've seen in some of the clips too. I saw you stretching in one of those videos too. That's so important.
I need to stretch way more. I do stretch, but right now I just like don't have a good space, and so every time I go to Jess, I'm like, we need to stretch, or like
That's the only time we really do with her.
I mean, just right now my house is in construction, so it's just difficult.
Yeah, my generation of skateboarders didn't stretch, and it'd be crazy to look at videos from like if the dudes in the Bones Brigade in the 80s were all stretching in the video, like what is going on? It wasn't a thing back then, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I mean, Tony doesn't stretch.
Still?
He doesn't warm up. He just like goes. It
Wow,
blows my
dude.
mind. He's like,
he's a superhero, dude.
yeah, he is. But also at the same time, I'm like, you know, he did it, and like, you know, if you like listen to all his stuff, he was like, you know, he was like, he had a lot of setbacks.
Yeah.
And like
That documentary
overcame like a lot, and he was just like so driven. And I think, you know, each person, like they have their own things that they're dealing with, and like if you can mentally get through it, you will physically be able to get through it.
Yeah. Yeah. That documentary with Tony Hawk was awesome, man. So it was super heavy. I learned so much on that documentary about him, you know? But
There's still like, are you talking about the HBO one that just came out like a bit ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's awesome.
Well, Dwayne Peters is crying in there apologizing to him.
Dude, that's crazy. It's crazy they got that interview. So like hats off to the people that put that together.
Yes.
But also like at the end of it, they like do like a screen of like, he's also like, you know, does the skateboard part, does this, does that, does that. He's still this. And it's like a quick little roll through of like his other like huge accolades. And to me, I'm just like, there's still so much more that he's done that like you can't just put into like the series. Like you need to like there's so many more things that could be like shared.
All the parks he has open for communities, all the stuff he does, the give back stuff, right? All that stuff. I also love when people do that and don't talk about it. They just do it.
Yeah, no,
You know
that's
what I mean?
Tony. He's just like, we're doing it. We're not going to wait around.
That says a lot about a person though. Like, look at me. I just did this. I donated. I did this stuff. Like, it's like, just do it. You know what I mean? Like,
be about it.
yeah. But so yeah, stretching. I'm going to start stretching more too in my life too. Just with running and all that stuff. It's so important.
It's good for you.
Yeah. So every day you're not really doing that. But when you see Jess.
I will get, okay. I'm setting new goals for myself. I also, I recently wasn't like, I was like, I don't like the word goals. And now I'm just like, everything is goals now.
Yes, what are your goals?
So when I'm out of construction, I want to like have a workout routine, and I want to be consistent, because before, like up until never, because I haven't done it yet.
So important. Just consistency. The word you said is important. Yeah.
I want to have consistency throughout the year. And so when I start traveling, I want to still like go and do like a basic workout so that I can maintain better. Because normally I just like, I'm home in the winter, and then I like see Jess, we like get in a good program, and by the end of it, like I'm like, wow, we're doing so good. And then I go skate, and then I'm like traveling all summer, and I'm just focused on skating, which I love.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow, why can't I just like do it all at once? Because I'm still skating and seeing Jess in the winter. I just need to like travel, skate, and do a little bit of a basic warm up
consistency.
workout.
It's routine. It's like, yeah, you have to get in that routine.
And it's just like I can feel that like it would just benefit me so much, and I'm like, why am I holding myself back?
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, once you get into the routine,
and
it's easy.
So Axel is like really into cycling, and like he now, like I swear his like output of like physical exercise, his like, it's like only going up. He's getting older, and he's getting more like stuff done during the day, and it's because he's like with cycling, like your stamina, and like it's like really good for like balancing out your body. It's low impact, and he can go skate, and he's just like an ox. Like he's like a workhorse. Like it's insane. So like he's always been like very active, but now I'm just like, dude, I'm inspired.
Yeah, so it's like you have to do the workouts besides skateboarding. Like I should say, cycling too. So yeah, the more you do, it just makes your body stronger, right? For everything that you do. Yeah,
you need a balance. So you need to like skating is very just like squats.
Yeah.
Like you're just like doing squats all day, or you're going up this, like for me, I'm like vert skating. I'm like just going up the stairs. That's not like much upper body or core.
Yeah.
And so when I see Jess, it's like, okay, how balance out like myself, and like basically she's trying to make it so that like you're only as strong as your weakest link, and she
100%.
basically like rounds it out, so I'm not so like
Yeah.
bottom like heavy.
No, I like when she points out your weakest links. Like yesterday I was there, she's like, your lower back is kind of weak in these different spots I don't think about using or that I don't use. And then she says, you need to work on that or this. I love hearing that. But it's also like taking that home with you and doing it also on your own. Like I like to be there with her because then I get more things done. But when I'm on my own, I kind of space and do other things like you I fall off. And I haven't been there in 2 weeks and I felt so bad. I went there yesterday and she's like, gave me a really good workout. I was super sore. But I was so happy I went. It's just getting there and going and just like...
Once you're in a habit, it's not hard. But if you like break the habit that first time, like anything, like I think it's the same, like working out or like going into like cold plunge stuff or like the heat, it wrecks you so much more when you've stopped.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I went on a hike with Axel and we stopped to put our feet in the creek. And it was so cold and like it was painful, and normally like I'm like, oh, I love the cold, it's like it's refreshing, and like there I was just like taking my feet out because I couldn't handle it.
You haven't done it in a while. Routine.
Yeah,
my son cold plunged yesterday and I put my hand in it. I didn't do it. I did a cold shower. Like I kind of fell off the plunge, to be honest, to the listeners. I always talk about plunging, but it's been a minute because it's been cold and I usually do it at night, and it's like it's the winter here.
Yeah.
But now it's getting hot again. Like I love doing the plunge outside.
In the sun, it feels really good because it like balances out like cold and cold. I also like going in the cold when it's like not hot out. Like if the sun's out but it's not hot yet, it's really nice because the plunge doesn't feel as like drastic as the outside temperature.
Good point. Yeah. That's maybe why I do it at nighttime when it's cold out. Yeah. Because when it's super hot, it's like going from the sauna into that is gnarly though.
I love it.
I just know it's good for us. I know it's doing something, you know?
I'm like all about the extremes.
Yeah. Would you go into like an ice pond like in...
I've done it.
Okay, like Finland or something? Or is it
so I went to... my family's from Finland.
Yeah.
And so like I've been on trips there, and one of the trips we went to like the oldest public sauna. And so there's like this giant sauna room. I swear it's like as big as your kitchen. And they're just like blasting people, like everyone's pink in there. Okay. And it's like it hurts. It kind of like they have sauna hats and stuff. Oh, it hurts your face.
Dang.
And so you like go in there, you cook for a bit, and then you go outside, and they've like chipped out a piece of like the river, like the ice around it, and then you can go in there and swim, and like you can't see the bottom, and it's so scary.
Wow. So you go in the ice, you go underneath?
Yeah. I mean, I don't go under the ice. I'm not like swimming under the ice. That sounds like terrifying.
It sounds crazy, yeah.
But like they just cut out a piece and you can like swim there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's fun.
Freezing.
But the thing is like when you're really hot, you go out there, you kind of start cooling off, and then you jump in and then you're really cold and you can't feel anything because you go from like one extreme to the other. And it's just like you're dealing with like the mental part of like, I'm kind of freaked out. Yeah. I'm in open water. It's like freezing out, and everything in my brain that's like ration and logic is saying like, this is not okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's so good, though. It's a good natural high.
It is.
You don't get high, do you really?
No.
Yeah, you didn't do any of that stuff.
I'm good.
You didn't do any? Yeah, you're like pretty sober person.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have like a drink, but like I don't like party that often. Or I don't know, like I'm not like going out trying to party. I love my sleep.
What's your drink?
I love port. Like it's like really it's like a port wine.
Okay, it's wine.
And it's basically like really strong and really sweet, and then you get like a little cup of it. Like a regular glass of it's like half or a third of like a regular glass of wine. And you just sip it.
Yeah, you're chill. You seem so chill. You didn't seem like a crazy person partying, go nuts, yeah.
No. I'm not like that high energy. Like when I see like big crowds or things, I'm like, I don't know. It's like very social for me.
Yeah. You get excited when you have your caffeine or have a good skate session.
Yeah, I just want to like hang out with my friends or like.
But pretty much, you're pretty like this. You're pretty like just chill like this.
I think so.
I like it though.
I think I'm chill, and then I tell my husband, I'm like, okay, we're gonna like move all this like stuff, and like we're gonna like garden for like 6 hours. And you're gonna like dig these holes, which is like me. I'm like, yeah, but obviously, like he's just like, oh, okay, not chill.
You don't seem like a person that gets stressed either.
I mean, I get stressed, but I don't like...
Or deal with it like in a stressful way. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I go into... Like, I just go inside. I think I just go deeper. I like recluse. Just because I think... I don't know, if I can't handle it, I'm just like, oh, I need to like go back to zero or like...
Yeah. But
I'm not like outwardly spiral. I don't outwardly spiral.
I can't see you person get loud or get angry either.
Dude,
I'm sure you have your moments, but
one time I tried to like throw my board and be like mad and have a tantrum
and break it
at the skate park. Not break it, just like where you just throw your board a little bit more. And I was just like, I started laughing because I was like, I can't take myself seriously. Like, yes, I'm frustrated, but when I try to like outwardly be physical about it, it just feels real stupid.
It seemed fake.
Yeah.
So people that throw the boards, that's a whole other thing. But like that's like a thing. It's people getting mad and slamming their boards and like.
People, I don't know, it's just like so much more energy to like have a tantrum instead of just like conserve that energy and be like, okay, I'm just gonna make it on the next try. And like even if I'm stuck in that loop, I'll just like go into that loop until I'm physically exhausted.
Yeah. This is a weird question. You ever go to like a show and like do a stage dive or go into a pit or anything like that?
I've never done that.
Okay.
I've like been like, in the environment, but there was like a moment where we could have stage dive. Some people did stage dive at the last
what show was it?
It was the Tony Hawk tour in Australia. We did the event and there was like bands playing and then we all got on stage and
you remember what bands were playing? Was it punk bands or anything or no?
Yeah, there's a bunch of bands, but like we were touring specifically with like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater band.
Okay.
Oh my god, their name is like escaping my head, but
and you almost could have stage
so
dive.
the whole team went on for like the last song and it was like, I don't know, there's a bunch of people in the crowd and then some people started jumping and I was like almost did it, but I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
It was scary.
It's not that it's scary. I was like for all the guys, like it's like fine, but I was like, I don't want to get groped or like grabbed in like a weird place. And so I was just like, I'm good on it.
Yeah. That sucks. You have to even think like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just there was
it
like
happens,
my friend, like Amy, she went out and she was fine. But I just like, I don't know. I just don't want to put myself in a place where I'm like, oh, like maybe it's like not the best place.
Yeah. But you like going to concerts and stuff? I
do. I mean, I like seeing people perform, but then like the group and like everyone else that like not as down.
Yeah.
Not as down for the other people.
What do you mean, just like the crowd and stuff?
Yeah. Like I get overwhelmed in like
big crowds
and
stuff. Yeah.
Or it's just like no personal space or.
You always been like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll still go. Like I just went to a show like a couple weeks ago. I'm going to another show this week or next week.
Yeah.
Stolen Nova's playing in LA,
okay.
so I'm going to go to that.
It's a big venue?
Oh, I have to look.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you trip out on the people and stuff. Yeah, you'd rather be like
I'll probably just like hang out in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like more like, okay, I'll just be back here. I can still like enjoy the thing.
That's great. Yeah, I know a lot of people come out of the pandemic are like that, like not with crowds, but always been like that. It's interesting. I get it though. It's sometimes really overwhelming, dude. It's crazy, man.
It
so
can
many
be.
people. I want to bring you to a punk show though.
Okay.
You'd be sick.
I've been.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I've seen Jane's Addiction.
Great.
I've seen
amazing.
Obviously, I've seen Danny at Surfboard.
Great band. She kills it live too. I just saw her the other day actually. I ran into her. Yeah. Her show. She goes off. She's great.
Her band they're all such good energy and they're amazing performers.
They go off.
That's
dude.
a whole different skill than just like knowing how to play music.
Yeah. They gel really well together too. They're all different personalities and characters. Like
I love it.
Yeah, Max was texting with one of them the other day because Max went and surfed in Long Island, New York, and one of the guys lives out there, but he was out of town. I forgot the guy's name in the band. He's super sweet, but they were texting about getting a wetsuit. But yeah, that guy is a hardcore surfer, the guy in the band.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Next time there's a crazy show, I'm going to try to bring you out. You go to Coachella? No, that's too crazy.
I've never been.
I'm going for the first time this year.
I know Danny's going, and she's like...
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
No
Doubt.
I don't know. No Doubt would be really sick.
That's the only reason why I'm going, yeah. It's this year. You should go. It's 2 weekends. Yeah, it's a lot of people, though, but I'm sure you'd be all hooked up in there and be like not around a million people.
We'll see.
I just want to see No Doubt. I mean, I've seen him a million times, but...
I mean, Gwen Stefani's amazing. I've definitely like looked up to her for a long time.
She's one of your role models in that.
Yeah, my mom used to always play her music, and like I don't know, I just feel like in the 2000s, like she was like such a powerhouse. I mean, she's still like, obviously you don't stop. Like she is always her energy.
Yeah.
But like just as a little kid, I was like, wow, she's someone who like is like, I don't know, she's not like one thing.
No.
And so I felt like very inspired by that.
Orange County girl, yeah. All of her solo shit was incredible. All the stuff, yeah. And you also like Paramore as well?
Yeah, Paramore is cool.
Yeah.
I like listened to it a bit, but not like as heavy as Gwen.
Yeah. I mean, she inspired Paramore. You know, I mean, all those bands, it's cool. Yeah, legend, man. It's gonna be cool to see them play together again. It's been like I don't know how many years, and I'm friends with Tony, and I'm stoked for the whole entire band to play together. It's gonna be I hope it's gonna be awesome. You know, it's gonna be.
I mean, I can't imagine it being anything less than that. Like, I think
It's gotta be perfect.
Even for the band to get back together, like, that's so, like, special.
I know.
It's like old times.
So you'd never be in it, you never wanted to play music or sing or nothing like that. No.
I was in band, like, in school, and like my mom made me, and it was like like I was like, oh yeah, I do want to like learn, but like I just learning like music classical, like I just didn't. I was like, oh, this is boring.
Classical, yeah.
This is like not like what I want to do. I was like, oh, I want to be in jazz band, but to be in jazz band, you had to be in regular band, and I was like, okay, well, I'm already in regular band now. Like the cool band, you have to like spend even more time at school, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't sing or nothing.
No. I mean, I do in the car, but like, you know, I'm probably like tone deaf.
What you listen to on the way here?
What did I listen to on the way here? I don't know.
Oh, you showed me play this already in the first part. Yeah, you have such a diverse style of music. There's all types of stuff. It's cool.
Oh wait, I do know what I listen to. I listen to Childish Gambino.
Oh, sick.
And I listen to like I just listen to a bunch of their music, and I've
He's
heard.
Great.
Okay, so I've heard some stuff, but I never like really looked at like everything, and I feel like I listened to something older, and I was like, wow, like I really like this.
Incredible, man, artist.
It was like a song. I feel like it was like Heart or something like that. But I really liked it.
Yeah. So Gambino, you're talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch Atlanta?
No.
He directs and produced that show. It's incredible too. Yeah.
I don't watch TV really.
Yes, right. You told me that last time. You don't watch no shows, no nothing really, huh?
I mean, a little bit. Like I have Netflix.
What about go-to movie?
Go-to movie? Pink Panther. Like the old like the old ones with Peter Sellers.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the most random shit. I love it.
I grew up on it, and it's just so...
So you hate the remake. The remake was whack. Yeah,
I mean, it was cool. Like, I feel like, you know...
Wow.
What's it called? It was Steve Martin.
That's true.
He did him great, but, like, obviously, like, you can't... Like, the classic is so good, and if you've seen it,
It's great.
You're just always going to compare everything to that.
That is so crazy. That's cool. That's your go-to.
That would be. Or also, like, Young Frankenstein's really good. Like, I love Gene Wilder.
Wow.
So his book, Kiss Me Like a Stranger, is one of my favorite books.
Okay, there you go.
And he's such a amazing guy. Whereas,
so the old school movies, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just something about, like, that time.
No rom-coms, no, like...
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, what about, like...
I want to have a good time. I don't want to be scared.
So no, like, dark... violent movies or like Goodfellas or like stuff like that, or
no, like even now, like I'll watch like a little bit of new stuff. Like I tried to watch Ozark for a bit, and like it just got so like I got so stressed out that I would have to watch like something else after it to calm down and go to sleep. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna put on Trolls right now, which is like Psycho, and just like get into a different head state so I can just calm down and go to sleep.
So no dark, no violent. I respect that. Yeah.
I mean, I will watch stuff like. I don't know. It's not like I'm like, oh, anti this.
No,
I also love Wes Anderson stuff.
Okay.
His stuff's amazing. Love his like art direction and like,
Yeah,
he loves using color.
Yeah. What's one of his big movies, Wes Anderson?
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Great.
Life Aquatic. Rushmore.
Those are all great, man.
He just had.
What's the camp
Asteroid
one?
City. Moonrise Kingdom.
That was my son's. We have his favorite movie as a kid. That movie was
it's really
so cute, dude.
Also, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh yeah, the Fox. Yeah.
It's really good.
Jason Schwartzman's always in those. It's always like there's so many like.
Is he Coconut Records?
Jason Schwartzman?
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you mean? Is that the movie?
No. Like he put out music.
Oh, maybe. I could see. Yeah, he's a music head for sure. I could see that.
I think he has one song, West Coast, and it's really sweet.
Okay. Bill Murray's always in those movies. It's all the same kind of people in those movies always, right? Like good cast.
He just it seems like he just uses his friends.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Asteroids one. Is it a good one?
I haven't finished it.
Yeah. Those are fun. I get your vibe. Yeah, it's like right. Yeah.
I mean, also those movies, like I feel like when you watch them, I have a projector, and so when you watch them on a projector, like
that's cool.
I feel like that's like the vibe they were made for. Or like that was like, you know, back in the day, like the screen. Yeah. Obviously not Wes Anderson stuff. His is newer, but I don't know. Even like his like the vibe he uses, like I feel like it fits when you're like watching it in like something like on an older form of what's it called? I don't know.
I think you like Poor Things. You heard about Poor Things?
I did, but I also heard like
it's wild, man.
I heard it's wild, and like my friend
artsy though.
I heard okay, so art direction looks awesome, but then my friend told me something where I was like, oh yeah, it's like There's some like weird stuff in there where I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of like crossing the line a bit.
Yeah, there's some weird. She won. Emma Stone won for it. It's really a wild original movie. It's hard to explain, man. It's. We just had Max watch it for the first time. He was like, "This is bugged out, but it's beautiful." I don't know. It's interesting. It's a weird movie, man.
I feel like nowadays to like do anything stand out, you have to like go so far and like really push the envelope.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating in the sense that like it sucks that you can't just like make something beautiful and be like, oh, like this is it. You have to like be like,
shocking.
Oh, yeah. You have to like be clickbaity, or you have to do like this or that to like just be normal and like survive.
That's a good
or be
point.
seen.
Yeah. I think it's just the way the world is right now too, with everything you say clickbaity. Headlines and stuff like that, and
like we're always like looking for like face like shock value or something like that, or and it's just I don't know, like that's not what we need. We need
it's not.
like,
and I feel like the world's so desensitized to anything anyway. So what can be shocking? We've seen everything. You can see crazy stuff online. You see car accidents, people dying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fucking dark.
It is. Like, I can't watch like those like slang. Like, I don't even like Hall of Meat. Like, there's a crowd. There's people that love watching that, and I can't do it because I just like, for some of those people, it's like the worst moment in their life.
Yeah.
And like I've lived those things, and
was
like
your video on that probably too?
Yeah, I've had videos on there, and it's just I don't know, like I think I want to put it out there, but I also want to like if it wasn't only just the like negative part, like if there was like, oh, this person's fine and like
they survived.
Or like this came out of it, like I don't know, in mine I'm like I lived and I was okay, and I'm like I'm still skateboarding. I went to the Olympics. Like
totally.
I think that's the point that needs to be highlighted.
Yeah, people just love like trauma and death and weird things. It's crazy.
They just want to see. They want to see you fall. They want to see like a villain. They want to see like I don't know. They want to
see people.
They want to live these things vicariously through other people.
Yeah.
And I think that's like part of the problem, because that's the desensitization.
Yeah.
That's the desensitized part.
It really is. Yeah. It's like that person got hurt. That person has a family. That person, you know what I mean? It's like that's a human being. It's not just. It's interesting how
this isn't like Wile E. Coyote like running off the cliff cartoon, which is like we can all laugh at that. And when we see a person do it, it's like, oh, it's kind of funny, but it's also like, no, that's like that was horrible. Yeah, that was devastating.
Especially like when you went through, it was traumatic. It's traumatic for people. Yeah,
for sure.
There's some crazy, and I've seen some crazy ones too. But yeah, there's people getting off and seeing people fall, old ladies fall, just silly things. That's what the world's become, though. It's like all this stuff that's like not cool, and it's kind of sad, and people's like, oh, that's just whatever. That's just.
I think it's just what we're highlighting, and like for whatever reason, the algorithm or like certain things, it's just like low hanging fruit, and I think people like they should want more. Yeah,
but a lot of people, this is all they know is social media. This is all they grew up watching and having in their lives. So my son doesn't know a world without like online. Like we lived our lives before social media and lived and went outside.
I mean, there's kids that you tell them you're like older than Google, and they're just like mind blown.
Yeah, like I know, but it's so true. Like the generation where people see and they watch, and like you said, the violence and the crossing the line and trying to be the most shocking and all that stuff. It's like, how do we come to this? I don't know how we're here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all the social media stuff for sure. The TikTok, and like the 15 seconds of something crazy and swiping and attention spans of kids and ADD, just everything, OCD, just all that. And just,
I mean, I don't think it's like the people that like are consuming is the problem. I think it's the people that are in control and saying like, okay, this is how we can get the most views or make the most money to like do X, Y, and Z. And so I think those are the people that need to be held accountable. Be like, think bigger, like try harder, have like spend money on something like where it like, what's it called? Like inspires people to be more creative or like, I don't know. There's just like so many things that like, think about the world you want to live in.
Yeah.
Like be inspired and like find the direction that like you think is worth it. Like, yes, a job is a job, but like at the same time, why don't you like do something where it's like you could be like putting more good in the world? Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that are just like getting the paycheck and like calling it a day.
I know, man. Because there's so much good in the world. There's so much good things happening out there too. And I feel like all we see is a lot of negative stuff online. You know what I mean? Like when you go outside, it's like
That's also human nature.
Yeah.
Like let's break it down. Obviously, I'm not like a scientist or anything, but like when like we think about the bad a lot more than the good, and that's because we're trying to like survive. And so like pretend we're in the wild and like something bad happened, like you're never going to forget it, because if like had like you not survived that situation, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to like not get into that bad situation again. And so when we see bad things on social media, we think about them a lot because, you know, it just sticks because that's like the way we're made.
Wired. Yeah.
But
yeah,
like we're not in the wild anymore.
I know.
Like we're like, I don't know.
But the world is kind
We're
of
just
wild.
in the kitchen right now.
I know. It's true though. It's really true. Especially during the pandemic when everything online was so extreme, and I just walk outside into my yard, or I walked down the street and everything was calm and normal. There were people alive. But on the news and everything, it made it seem like that the whole world was just like
collapsing.
Yeah. But then when you just went outside and went in my backyard and got air and got some vitamin D, or like took a walk, or went to the store, I went to hike, I went to the ocean with my son. It's like, this is all like the world's, I don't know. It's just the phone. It's just everything on those phones, bro. It's just everything that's fucking.
It's a double-edged sword. There's like good and bad to everything, but I just think we need to like
more people make a negative comment. I mean, content.
It's easier to make a negative comment than like something positive.
Yeah, content and comment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like you see things that you like, and sometimes you just like it and then scroll on by. But if there's something wrong, people will be like behind their phone, being like, "Oh, you shouldn't do this," or
yeah,
this is what you should be doing.
I just wonder what those people are doing. Like, what have they done? Or just, I don't know.
I mean, I do think about like when you go out there and say something negative, like is it coming from a place of like, hey, like where's that coming from?
Yeah,
that's like an important thing to know.
What was your life like, or the pain you've been through, right? Like,
yeah, because it's clearly they're projecting something
totally
that
insecurities
is like relevant or like very important to them,
or they're bots, or they're just people hating.
Yeah,
you'll never know because you're never going to meet these people in real
life. But I mean,
life.
even the people that are just hating, it's like there is someone else that's probably they've learned this behavior from, or like.
It starts in the home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how their surroundings are raised, or their
like if you don't have the tools to do better, like you're only going to be able to do with what you have.
Yeah. It's crazy. I wonder if we're ever going to have a world where there's no internet. I know they're talking about giving it TikTok or something like that. They were talking the other day about TikTok.
I think it's too late.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's too late.
But
we're ruined. No.
I don't think we're ruined. I think there's a lot of exciting things with technology that
no, for sure.
We're like rushing towards, and I think we just need to like focus on those, because I feel like more concerns and like negatives get thrown out there, and I think when we're always just thinking of like horrible things, it's not fun. Like I don't know, who wants to live their life stressed out?
Not me, man.
But we do this.
I know. We do, and we do. They get this. I know. It's true. But also like young kids growing up with social media, just like kids would be back in the day, kids would get bullied at school, and then now it's become kids get bullied online, on Facebook, like all 24/7, they're getting bullied on the internet. Or like just young girls or young men growing up and wanting to look a certain way because of a certain celebrity. It's like the girls getting the magazines back in the day, all girls were super skinny, or they looked a certain way and they wanted to be just like that. Now it's just like you have all these TV shows and reality shows and all this stuff coming in all day long, and like the pressures and kids growing up, and I don't know. I can't imagine being like a young kid these days growing up, you know?
It is crazy, but I think there's also a lot of hope in the sense that like the internet has connected us in a new way that like, okay, like if your community isn't right here where you live, like maybe they're online spread across the world. True. And like maybe those few people, like you can come in contact with them, and they like, I don't know, are the people that keep you going.
It's true. There was a really big connection during the pandemic of online. People were, I think, more connected online than anything because everything was shut down, right? And you've seen other people going through it in different cities and different shutdowns and people, you know what I mean? So that was like I feel like that was a beautiful moment for being online, the connection people had worldwide of like, we're all going through this together, you know, we're all shut down. That was interesting. That was a crazy moment. It wasn't like
we're not alone.
Yeah.
And like, if you're like feeling really bad, like there's probably someone out there that's like kind of felt similar, and like
totally.
I don't know, you don't have to like be by yourself in that.
Yeah. That's why I do like answering DMs and talking to people, or sometimes if somebody does make a comment, I'll respond back and like they'll be like, "Oh my God, you responded to me. I just want to get your attention." Now so I'll be like, "DM me then," and then they'll DM me and say, "Hey, sorry, I lost my job or this happened to me." Then I talk to them like, you know what I mean? Like some people just are lashing out. They want the attention. They want a conversation. They want to be heard. They want to be seen. And I don't know. Not that it's our job being on social media to be. I'm not a therapist or a psychologist, but to talk to people. But if somebody's going to DM me, write me a big thing, I want to respond to it. You know? I mean, I don't have all the answers. I'm just a fucking punk rock dad. But do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like not that it's our responsibility, but sometimes it is hard to take the time out and respond to people if they're going through something. You're trying to like. But I also feel like it is my duty, and if people are gonna send me like their life story in a DM, I gotta read it. You know, it's kind of heavy at times, but
I mean, it isn't your duty, but I mean, if you want to take that on, that's your choice.
Yeah,
like your choice is to be like the best version of yourself, or I mean, I think your job would be to be the best version of yourself, and like that does take energy from you, like when you're doing those things, and it's a really nice thing to do because I think everyone needs a place where they can be heard.
Yeah.
And if they're not getting that from like their life, like that's amazing that they can reach out to you and you're down.
Yeah.
But I think
it's draining at times.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I think, you know, some of these conversations, like you're not the person for it. Like you don't have the training or like the right tools. And like, I don't know. It sucks to say, but like they're like sometimes the system fails people. Yeah. And so maybe that's why they reach out. But also like if you can, like if you're dealing with something and you can find the right channels for it, like you need to, because it's going to make your life so much better.
Yeah, 100%. Just reaching out. Do people reach out to you and send you big messages and stuff, or?
Yeah, I definitely have people. And like I said, with certain ones, like there's certain things that like I can't, like I'm like, hey, I'm here, it's cool, like I want to see people, like I want to see like your first drop in, or like I want to like see like, I don't know, you wearing my shoe. Like I think those are so cool, and I'm really happy to like share those moments. But there's certain things when people are like maybe like need help beyond just like me as like a human, like I don't know, like as a human, like I want to help them, but I'm not that person for them. And like I don't know, like I don't know. It's just,
I'm not a trained psychologist or none of that stuff. Like it's just
you have to also like I have to be responsible and know that like I don't want to make the situation worse.
Yeah, that's a scary thing too. A fine line with like giving them the right advice, or you know what I mean. Like it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But
and I know this before going into it. Like this is something I think about. I'm like, oh, like if I engage with this person, I feel like I've like stepped into the picture, and now I'm like a part of the situation.
Yeah.
And as much as I like, obviously I want every situation to have the best outcome, but if I'm not like equipped, I'm like, okay, I shouldn't, as much as I want to help, I might not be helping.
Yeah. Could be hurting the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And you just have to feel that, like, I don't know, everyone's just doing their best. Yeah.
It's hard to vibe it out on the internet though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to like read into things and like talk to people because you're not sure who you're talking to or anything. And it's scary too. It's like,
yeah, they're just hiding behind their phone.
I know. So the people listening, if you're going through things, reach out to like a family member, your counselor at school, a teacher, a friend, all that. Don't keep things inside, and try to definitely talk to people, man, if you're going through it, because everybody's going through it. Nobody's perfect. I mean, Lizzie aren't perfect. We're humans, you know, we're flawed. We try to do the best we can, right? It's just like we're out here living. And
yeah. And like I said, sometimes the system fails people, but like that's not on those people that it failed. It's like that's the system's failure, and they should like keep actively trying to like make their situation better, because you like, I don't know, you only have stuff to gain by like working towards like making your life better.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, just going, like having someone there with you for whatever you're dealing with.
Yeah. Especially now, it's important, man. Well, thank you for being here again. This is I knew this was gonna be better than the first one, dude. Just so we know each other, when we're comfortable. This is freaking awesome. I appreciate you.
Of course. It'll be funny to hear the tone. We probably have like
both two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna skate with you. I haven't skated since I got hurt December 4th. But I'm gonna get some food with you. I'm gonna skate down the street with you. I'm kind of nervous. I'll be all right though.
You'll be good.
Because my push-off leg is the leg I got hurt. But I don't know. Just to finally skate with you, even down the street. It's
cool. Muscle memory. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, Lizzie, thank you so much for being here. This is awesome. I appreciate you coming back. Stoked to hang out with you in real life, and looking forward to seeing everything you do in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Bye. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life One Chance podcast is now with Removery. I have a code. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. Call 866-934-4570 or go to Removery.com. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology. Cryo-technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Once again, go to Removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.